situation.
Yeah, and also, with a few things changing here, having consistent piece patterns, and like if you know a drought is coming, if you play slowly, you might actually be able to take advantage of that in some cases. So let's see if the competitors are able to adapt to these interesting new rules that we're having for the Classic Tetris World Championships and how they deal with that.
And those people watching the screen, you'll be able to see with the program how the score, who's ahead and against who, as well as when we see those droughts, it'll pop up on the screen so you can see the longboard droughts as they're playing. So Quaid right now is over there with
our amazing display system developed by Trey Harrison, which illustrates score differentials, long bar droughts, long bar counts.
And the droughted will turn a different color when they get a drought.
If you see the long bar meter turn red, that means a drought is occurring. And
exactly.
We're not sure if our players are going to be glancing over at their opponent's screen to see if they're experiencing a drought. But if they're significantly behind in their pace, they might be able to take advantage of that.
Right now they're checking out the levels of all the players to make sure everything is moving fluidly.
A very long button check here. But hey, you're warmed up, you play good. So
exactly.
Nice and comfortable getting warmed up, although they've been playing pretty much all day, qualifying for the top 8. Earlier today we had our playoffs. Some of you may have been here on the stream and in our audience. We had 32 to start with, and now we're down to 8. And it was pretty brutal. There were a lot of people who were shoo-ins for the top 32 that might not have made it in. So it was pretty tough out there. There were people I thought I would definitely see in the top 8 and or even the top 32. And
some really strong competitors this year, and I think that we've seen some of the highest scores ever in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about this game, though, is when you go for scores.
All right.
Looks like we're about ready to go.
About ready to start up the finals.
Okay, so we're going to... Players ready? Okay, we're going to have our first set of competition.
Yep.
Harry Hong versus Quaid on your top screens, and Yanni versus Jeff on your bottom screens.
Everybody give him a big round of applause. Let's get him pumped.
All right.
Let's do it.
Welcome, guys. This is the start of the grand finals, top 8. Left bracket, Harry versus Quaid, Jeff versus Yanni. Okay, we're good to go. Counting it down. All right, audience, down with me. 3, 2, 1, go! And we're off. Quaid and Harry setting it up almost identical to start with.
It's going to be interesting to see as the pieces start to fall, which way they decide to go with the different types of drops.
Right, Quaid with a stylish tuck, getting a double. Harry opting to burn instead. So no Tetrises on the top, but we've got Tetrises on the bottom with Yanni and Jeff already.
Absolutely.
Yanni's already set up.
Yanni setting himself up for a nice, strong play.
Jeff and now Harry on top. Okay, boom, Tetris for Yanni and Tetris for Jeff, and Harry's got a couple of them down the tubes. Quaid is ready for one with the center well.
And his classic center Quaid well.
Nice. Quaid with the Tetris down the center well. Jeff with the Tetris on the right. Yanni now having to burn.
Harry with the Tetris up in the right.
So Quaid retaining his center well. Yanni looking at traffic here, trying to burn off, getting back down into a Tetris position. Jeff ready for another Tetris. Jeff commanding a 2 Tetris lead, now a 3 Tetris lead. Harry Hong with a 1 Tetris lead, with Quaid retaining his center well once again.
And we're seeing so many Tetrises, it's hard to call them as Quaid gets another Tetris as we're calling it.
Right, with 4 Tetris, what do you call Tetris screens at the same time?
A Tetri of Tetrises.
More Tetris than you can handle.
Absolutely.
And Harry's dealing with some burning as well. He has a very slight lead over Quaid right now, but now he manages another Tetris, getting back into the lead. Jeff ahead by 3 Tetrises now with a slight burn. He's in great position. Yanni's still stuck in the middle, burning off, so hopefully he can get it back down. Jeff has a very pretty play field, almost no problems there. Harry's getting ready for a Tetris.
And Harry's building up a nice play field as well.
Nice. Okay, yeah, Harry's ready. Boom, Tetris for Harry, now with a 3 Tetris lead, 60,000 points ahead.
Absolutely.
And Jeff building it up again. Ready. Jeff is ready for another one.
And he's almost 100,000 points ahead.
Boom! Tetris for Yanni. He has dug himself out, and he's starting to turn the tide back. But Jeff, his pace and his consistency with getting a high proportion of Tetrises already.
Absolutely. He's pulling ahead, and he's about to set himself up for another Tetris down there.
Throughout the 50 line count for most
Looks
players.
Like Yanni, boom.
Tetris for Yanni.
And boom, Jeff answers the Tetris. The Tetris of his own.
Jeff has had almost no burns to do, so his score is on pace for maxing out. Yep. Boom, another Tetris for Jeff. Jeff is just killing it this round. Yanni is doing well now too. He's trying to build up a well. Wasn't giving him ideal pieces for that. Harry looking great. His pace is amazing right now. He's 3 Tetrises ahead. Boom. And ready for another one. He might have to do some burning because it's not giving him the long bar. He's got a 20-piece long bar drought going on here.
21, 22-piece long bar drought right now.
Okay, can he be clear? Is it going to give it to him? 28-piece long bar drought. Come on, let's see. Harry, triple burn.
34-piece
Harry's shaking his head. This is an
drought.
unprecedentedly large long bar drought. 40-piece long bar drought.
Wow.
Okay, it finally gave him one.
And a Tetris.
Boom! Tetris for Harry.
Wow.
Surviving the long bar drought and doing some stylish burns, but his pace, he's up to 86
and
lines.
Another Tetris from Harry. Wow.
Over on our other screens, Jeff is maintaining his killer pace. He's high proportion of Tetrises, and boom, slams down another one. Jeff's score, 140,000 points ahead of Yanni. Yanni's going to have a very difficult time keeping up and catching up at this rate. Quaid is also extremely behind Harry. He slams down another Tetris, but he's still 100,000 points behind. Harry's about to hit the 100 line mark, about 30 lines away from transition at this point.
Harry really has come to play this year. You can tell.
Boom, Tetris for Harry.
I mean, he's just killing it this year. It's outstanding.
Yanni's shaking his head. He's got 180,000 points deficit going on now.
Yeah.
Jeff slams down another Tetris. Yanni firing back.
Jeff's playing one of the most consistent games I've seen in a while.
Jeff is amazing. It's the first time we're seeing him in top 8 here, and it's just great seeing that kind of consistency, slamming down another Tetris.
Absolutely. Very impressive.
But yeah, Harry's quite a bit ahead on lines than everybody else, and he's about to transition in another minute. We should see him hit level 19.
Yep.
For those of you out in the stream who were wondering what we're talking about when we talk about transitions, it's going from 18 to 19. The speed changes.
Ridiculously
massively, right.
fast.
The difference between level 18 and 19 is monumental, and the level of practice that you have to maintain in order to survive on that level is much greater.
And he's really only 6 lines away from hitting
that. It's
that.
about to happen.
It's about to
Boom, Tetris for Jeff again. 200,000 point lead for Jeff. Boom, Tetris for Harry. He transitions to level 19.
All right,
he's got 400,000 points on the transition.
He can really only tap a few at a time with this, so it's very, very
right. Either you have to
crucial.
hold the D-pad as soon as the P spawns, or you have to hyper tap to get out of it. And Jeff is getting ready to transition. He might want to get his playfield into a slightly better position than it is now.
Yeah.
It's not clear, and okay, now it is. So he's in a position to clear it out and get some Tetrises.
For 19,
Yanni is 200,000 points behind. He's struggling to keep up. Jeff is about to transition next, double or Tetris. Oh, there's double. He opts to use the double to transition, and he is in level 19 land now.
And he set himself up really nice with a nice big right well on that.
He opted to, instead of set up for a Tetris to transition, he did it with a double, which is slightly safer.
Absolutely. And he just missed that with the long bar. He saw the look of disappointment on his face.
Yanni has now transitioned. He has 220,000 points to go. I really like his play style physically is very interesting to watch.
Oh yeah.
And he's really in the zone. Oh man, I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of that. That was a misplace.
Oh,
it's going to be really tough to get the line clears to survive that. And Jeff looks like he might be taking this.
Yeah. It's Yanni.
Jeff with a huge lead too.
Huge lead for Jeff.
Triple. I guess he's gonna let it. I mean, it might have been a max out, but
he was
go on to the
pace.
next round. Right, he was on pace.
Yeah.
Quaid with the center well. Boom, Tetris 80 reduces the deficit to 1 Tetris. So Quaid is catching up.
Quaid is catching up at a fast pace.
Right. Harry at level 23. Quaid at level 21. So their paces are somewhat similar, but there is a chance for Quaid to catch up now.
And
he's done very well to catch
his
up.
consistency is definitely paying off, as we mentioned.
Okay, we're going to start the next game on the bottom. All right, Yanni and Jeff, are you guys ready for your next round? Okay. Get ready, guys. All right, Harry, now with a 14-bar long draw. Okay, it gave him one, but he had to open it up, so he's going to be doing some burning.
Yeah,
he has a 2 Tetris lead. Quaid is looking for the long bar.
Here
We
it
don't know if
is.
he's going to give it to him.
Another
Harry,
Tetris
boom,
for
Tetris.
Harry.
Okay. Boom, Tetris for
Oh.
Quaid. And that's,
Wow.
he's going to need a lot of good pieces in order to survive this. Triple for Quaid. Right now, it's not looking good for Quaid.
Nope.
He's going to have to do some miracles to survive this. Single. Oh, man, he's not going to be able to get out of that.
Nope, he is now.
Man, okay, so Harry comes away with a victory in this first round.
Give it up for Harry Hong.
So we're off on our second round.
Now we're
Johnny
on
versus
second
Jeff.
round.
So
versus
Jeff won the first round between Jeff and Yanni, and
Yep.
now Harry and Quaid are going to go for their round 2. Harry winning the first round.
Now
Right
we'll
side
see
play.
if the play style for Yanni changes a little bit because of how he was playing with the first time. And the pieces that he got weren't necessarily as good for what you would have liked for his play style.
Yeah, Yanni had a lot of burning that he did in the beginning, which explains the
Deficit
extreme
score.
deficit in
Yeah.
the beginning, and he was just struggling to keep up near the end.
But we have a boom Tetris
Boom,
for Jeff.
Tetris for Jeff. But Yanni is ahead, and
Yep.
Yanni burning off a double there.
Absolutely.
And Jeff building it up again.
Building
Very
up
pretty
a
play
nice,
field. Boom,
consistent-
Tetris for Jeff.
Jeff
and,
is playing a very consistent game right now.
Scores are neck and neck.
Yep. Hey, his play style looks exactly like it was looking in the first round, though, with just a nice right center well and playing.
Yeah, Jeff was keeping it extremely
excellently.
clean, and even now. And Yanni is in a position where he has to burn, but Jeff is just slamming down Tetrises consistently. Yanni's having to dig himself out, and the pieces
Absolutely.
are not working for him right now.
Yeah, it just seems like it's just not playing well for him.
Oh, that's it for Yanni.
Yeah,
He's not going to be able to
Yanni.
get a piece over there. And we have our first
qualifier
win.
for the quarterfinals.
Jeff advances. Let's have a hand for Yanni.
Yep, it's a good one for Yanni. All right, so we got Jonas. All right, if we can get Jonas and Alex for the next round.
All right, come on down. We've seen this matchup before.
Yes, we have. Right now we're watching Quaid. He's building up a nice well, but he's not getting a nice placement for pieces right now, but he's still keeping it going.
Yeah, Harry has a slight lead right now. Quaid
Yeah.
opting to go for a slightly off-center well there, and waiting for a long piece, doing some burning. Harry building back up again. Boom,
And a
Tetris for
Tetris.
Quaid.
All right, so we got a
Still a very close game.
Yeah, very close game, and you can see that he's playing a very,
All right, we're neck and
very
neck. They are even on points now,
safe game.
and pretty even on pace.
Both of them seem to be playing safer, and Harry's not playing as fast as he normally does.
Right, they're right neck and neck in terms of pace. Usually we see Harry about, 10 lines ahead at
Yeah.
this point, but
I think that's the
neck and
evolution
neck.
of Harry Hong is what we're seeing here.
I mean, if you got a guy who has a like a fast pace and you
You have to change up
strengths
your
and the
play style for
consistency,
this
right.
type of a tournament. Absolutely.
But both Quaid and Harry are somewhat unorthodox in the way they play.
Yeah.
So Harry being fast and Quaid using center wells and being very versatile with
Tetris
his
for
play
Quaid.
fields. Tetris for Quaid. Yeah, Quaid can get out of situations that other players wouldn't
Harry
be able to
answers
survive.
with a Tetris of his own. I mean, we're seeing a great match here, and I think this is one of those that would make interesting. We're getting in the first round of the finals. You know, this would make a good semifinals to a finals.
Quaid
match.
has now a 2 Tetris lead,
Yep.
and he needs to win in order to hang in here. So see what
Yeah.
happens.
Pressure's
Harry
on.
having to do some pretty big burning there.
It allowed Quaid to pull ahead.
Right.
And he's building up a nice right well right now. Both
Yeah,
of
Harry's
them,
ready for a
actually.
couple. Okay, boom. Tetris for Harry. Reducing the deficit slightly.
Yeah.
But Quaid has a very pretty play field of his own. He's getting set up for another one. All right, he's gonna wait for the long bar.
Yeah, Quaid is building up a nice
Ooh.
solid, but that was a
Might be a
bad
misdraw.
place.
Okay, boom. Tetris for Quaid. It won't hurt him too much if he can keep it low.
Yeah, I mean, we're still
Start
plenty
burning it.
far away from 19.
Okay, it's being
So-
generous to the piece. He's got a couple of long bars in a row, so he'll be fine.
Exactly.
But Harry's ready for another Tetris, and he's gonna even the score with that Tetris.
Yep. Brings it up ahead.
All right.
And we're seeing
boom. Tetris
Quaid.
for Quaid. Slightly elevated
it out.
Tetris, and
Excellent.
gets his lead back again just by 1 Tetris.
And he cleans up the board. Now he's building it off center well.
Center well for Quaid again.
Mm-hmm.
Another
that-
Tetris for Harry. Now we're neck and neck again.
called the Quaid well.
Boom, Tetris for Harry. Harry finally pulls a slight lead.
Yep.
And Quaid waiting for a long piece to take advantage of his well that he just built.
Both clean playfields.
Yeah, they're both extremely clean right now. All right. Boom, Tetris for Harry.
And
Harry now with the 2 Tetris
answers
lead.
from Quaid.
Yes.
This is a very
Gonna
interesting
go back
match.
and forth.
Seeing them
And
both
another,
build up
boom,
nicely.
Tetris for Harry. Harry now on line 110, so we're about 20 lines away from a transition.
Another Tetris for Quaid. It's an interesting bout.
So let's see how Harry evolves his playfield into the level 19 transition. Boom, Tetris for Quaid.
This is a very
It's
neck
going
and
back
neck match.
Exactly, I was just going to say that.
One of the most interesting matches we've seen so far.
All right, looks like we're getting our
Start
other
Jonas.
playfields ready.
Jonas
for,
and Alex are about to start up
Jonas
there.
Neubauer versus Alex Kerr. They're nodding. Are you ready to start? And all right, they're gone. Okay, they're start. Okay, so Jonas versus Alex on your bottom screen.
Yep.
Alex having been in our top 3 before, and Jonas being
multi-time
champion, five-time Classic Tetris World Champion. So we'll see how this plans out. Alex being extremely proficient, being our second place winner in our Tetris Grandmaster tournament that we had earlier in this event.
Yes, absolutely. He's a very consistent player as well.
Jack of all trades of Tetris. So new Tetris, old Tetris. Alex has that skill set, and he's a great young player to keep an eye on in terms of he can play new versions of Tetris.
Just as well as the classic, yeah.
As well as the old NES ones. So.
I think it's an interesting thing from the classic Tetris perspective is to see a lot of the same faces hitting the finals. Just shows the mastery that's
Alex
required.
just had some bad piece placements there.
Yeah, he did.
You don't know if he can get out of this. Yeah, he's
already had to give the first match away.
All right, so we're already down 1 match on the bottom. Jonas wins the first round.
Absolutely.
Quaid has transitioned.
Yep.
He's behind quite a bit.
Line-wise.
Harry's on level 21.
Harry started picking up the pace as the other match started, so he's well ahead now.
All right, we'll see how this develops. Harry's doing a good job of keeping it low, keeping it safe.
Yep.
Quaid as well. Overall, it's could be pretty even because when Quaid matches up on lines,
it's very neck and
scores
neck.
are going to be neck and neck.
Yeah, Tetris for
Harry's a whole 20 lines ahead, and with 20 lines, you can bust about 4 Tetrises with that.
Yeah.
If you get all the right pieces. Now, Harry having to do some burning.
Yeah, he's got it.
Playfield's not quite pretty, but he could probably hang with that.
Yeah,
he won't be scoring very high though, and then Quaid is also having to deal with some burns too.
Yeah. Again, neck and neck. They're both getting the same place basements.
Right. But it's going to start getting more critical because Harry's lead right now, if he can keep that lead and if Quaid doesn't catch up, then he'll win.
Yeah.
All right, Harry
absolutely
now has a 100,000 point lead, so he's actually increased it. Quaid's going to have to pick up the pace and play more aggressively if he stands a chance of surviving and staying in the tournament. Quaid with a single. Quaid keeping it low, though. He's getting it into a better position.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, Tetris for Harry. Harry is now 120,000 points ahead.
Yeah.
It's going to start getting to the point where there's not going to be enough pieces left for Quaid to catch up.
Exactly. Building a deficit here.
Quaid fires back and reduces the deficit. So he's going to have to keep that up. If he can keep that up, there's still a chance.
We got the Quaid well, and boom.
Boom, Tetris for Quaid.
And?
He's ready for another. Is it going to give him the long
bar?
bar?
It does.
Boom, Tetris for Quaid. Okay, we're seeing a comeback here.
Very fortunate
3 Tetris difference. Harry at level 26. And Quaid has some holes now.
Now he has to burn a few pieces.
He's got to burn it off, and he's getting dangerously high.
He's getting very high now.
Busting out a very last-second triple there.
It will help.
Quaid doing very well, though, in staying up this high. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Ooh. Can't line clear that. Looks like it's going to be the end for Quaid.
Quaid's in trouble.
Quaid putting on a great fight, though. He was coming back at the end, but Harry taking it.
Everybody get a
round for Quaid.
And Harry.
Doing so well in our preliminary event 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, man.
I retire.
No.
Ooh. All right, so we have over here on the bottom, we still have Jonas and Alex.
Quaid says he retired. Really hope he doesn't. We love seeing him play. He's been doing great so far. Top 8 multiple times. So hope to see him back later. We're continuing with Alex versus Jonas. Yep. Alex is commanding a lead. He's got 2 Tetris lead. Very consistent clean playfield right now. He's set up for another Tetris.
Very
Boom,
fun.
Tetris for Jonas, reducing the deficit to a little bit less than 2 Tetrises. Alex firing back, and now we're back up to a 2 Tetris deficit.
Jonas was playing a little incognito there on the Twitch for everyone for a minute there. Now he's back on camera.
Yeah, sorry guys. We're going back to the Jonas versus Alex match, and Jonas is ahead by 1 game. And,
Very
Alex
clean play fields.
Needs to.
All right. So we can get Coron and Trey up for the next match.
Trey being a veteran of this event, having programmed the software for our user interface that you see with score deficits and
Man himself.
our nice UIs and stuff like that. So he's kind of like not even sure how to describe that, but he's very knowledgeable about the game.
I would say a wonderkind of
that's a good way of putting it.
programming. Absolutely. Like the complexities and why everyone can enjoy this on Twitch is because.
And Coron from Japan has come over here. He was our Tetris Grandmaster champion for our side contest that we had earlier. So he's already won a Tetris championship here at this Portland Retro Gaming Expo event.
Yep.
So let's see how he does. This is the first time we've seen him, both at the Classic Tetris World Championships and in the top 8. So it's an extremely strong debut. And another international player. It's great seeing more people come on out and seeing talent from the world.
Yeah.
Now, if you didn't know, in Japan, Tetris was a different version of the game. They had what we call BPS Tetris.
Yeah.
Their rotation scheme and their controls were completely different. So them having to adapt to sort of like a new version of the game that they didn't grow up with, essentially, is an interesting challenge and interesting to see how that develops in the course of our tournaments moving forward as streaming becomes more prolific.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so our top screen is just a button check right now, and they're doing a warm-up.
Yeah.
So,
and our bottom screen with Jonas and Alex, they're actually very neck and neck. I was watching as you were giving us our history tour through Japanese Tetris, and really they both have consistently clean play fields. And right now, I mean, they're only a Tetris or so away.
Right, actually, Jonas and Alex are 2 of the most consistent players that there are in NES Tetris right now. So we haven't seen a whole lot of major happenings going on down there because they're both working their way towards level 19.
Exactly.
And that's when you're going to start to see the differences.
Exactly.
But right now, we're just sort of like a slow burn on the way to level 19.
And we'll see if the stress of him getting a bad play up for Alex on the first round is going to get with him as the stress hits in. Because the heat is on right now. Looks like we have to have a couple pieces burned over by Jonas.
Yeah, Jonas has some burning to do.
Yeah.
You might see some pretty cool moves because if anyone has some spectacular methods of burning pieces, Jonas can tuck lines in and rotate into line clears like no other.
Yeah.
But he does it the more conventional way and just efficiently clears his playfield. Alex's playfield is extremely clean. He's almost 100,000 points ahead. Boom! Over 100,000 points ahead for Alex now.
He is pulling ahead.
He's pulling ahead. Jonas is going to have his work cut out for him as he transitions into level 19, right?
Yep.
And Alex with one more line clear.
And
he's going to have to do a couple of burns. His
that was
well
a tough
isn't on the right side.
Very tough transition.
Not very, but
yeah,
he's going to have to build up again. So
exactly.
Warmed up.
Well, luckily he's ahead enough to where he could afford that. Yeah, absolutely.
Alex is looking good right now. His lead is substantial. His playfield is somewhat clean.
Mm-hmm.
He's not playing too risky either, so no crazy center balls or anything like that. He's going to build it back up on the right. Jonas's playfield is extremely tight right now. He has a long bar drought, though, really bad one. 22, 23, 24,
and on level 19,
25,
that's
26.
deadly.
It's looking bad. He was not able to get it over. Alex takes it.
That is the worst time to have a long bar drought.
That's by long bar drought. And you're seeing on Alex's screen, he was going through the long bar drought
as well.
just a little bit behind, but because his playfield was in better shape, he was able to survive the long bar drought.
Yeah.
So now we're 1-1 with Jonas versus Alex.
Now the pressure goes back on to Jonas after
I think
Alex
we've gotten the signal to start the game simultaneously.
All right.
For Trey versus Coron round 1, and Jonas versus Alex round 3. So I guess since we can count all these down together again. So let's do that. All right, audience, you ready? Referee, are we ready? 3, 2. All right, well, 1, go. Trey versus Coron on the countdown. All right. Jonas and Alex are already off.
Cut us off.
Okay,
there,
here we
Chris.
go.
It's okay. We got him.
And we're off neck and neck with Jonas and Alex.
Yeah, we're going to watch and see how the, Trey and Coron play here.
Yeah, let's look at Trey and Coron because this is their first round.
Exactly.
And it'll be a while before we see any major action on Jonas and Alex's side. So Coron, this is his first time in the World Championships and his first time at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. So we'll see top 8 action like we haven't before. Now, if you were watching the stream earlier, you might have heard that Coron is actually a hyper tapper. And what that means is he can move his thumb to manipulate the piece faster than if you just hold it down with the D-pad when the piece spawns. So you're going to be able to see some movements that actually are different from that of the other players,
and much
which
faster.
are limited. Right.
Yes.
It takes a little bit more strategy because if you commit to doing the hyper tap, you can't take advantage of holding down the D-pad and take advantage of the DAS.
Yeah, the pre once you hit 19, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And also an endurance may become a factor as it becomes more competitive when we get to 19.
Right. If you have to play 50 rounds hyper tapping only, then your thumbs are going to be in a lot of pain.
And he's been playing all day, so it'll be interesting to see. And they both have a very similar play field, even though Coron is ahead a little.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And on our bottom screen, Jonas has pulled ahead just by 1 Tetris. Both players, boom, Tetris for Jonas, boom, Tetris for Alex.
Oh,
neck and neck going down there. So
we got Tetris for Coron and a Tetris for Trey. I mean, we are just seeing
across the boards. We're seeing some great play fields here.
It looks like Trey has a nice setup, and that's
boom, Tetris for Trey, and Coron doing a little bit of burning. He's got a 2 Tetris lead right now.
There we go. We got a nice consistency.
Boom, Tetris for Alex.
Coron's going to have to burn a few pieces here.
With Jonas versus Alex are neck and neck, both in pace and in score, with Jonas just taking a slight lead just there with the Tetris.
Coron's getting a bad piece layout right now. So he needs to burn a few.
He's going to be burning.
Yeah.
Okay. He's dealing well with it.
We're seeing the consistency, though. That was an interesting clear off. Worked real well, though.
He's almost back out of it. Alex doing some burning on the bottom. Jonas has pulled into the lead by about 3 Tetrises now. So
I always find it interesting how you see each person clear off and burn off lines differently.
Alex with a T-spin.
Alex is doing excellent right there. But it is interesting
nonchalant
to see that.
T-spin. Boom, Tetris for Alex.
It's like, oh yeah, you want to see hyper tapping?
You'll watch Alex and you'll wonder if he's playing Tetris DS because that was the Tetris and a T-spin into a Tetris. So you actually get extra points on some versions of the game for doing it that way. But not this version. This version's brutal. It's
just classic Tetris.
Right.
Tetris for Alex. Gonna have to see a couple pieces get burned over there for Trey. Jonas has a nice clean play field.
Trey ready for Tetris, but he needs a long bar in order to pull that off.
And Coron has a nice long
Boom,
bar
Tetris
drought.
for Trey.
Pretty bad long bar drought right now for Coron.
Yeah, Coron's getting a bad long bar drought. Almost up to
there
he
we
gets
go.
It. Boom, Tetris for Coron. His patience is rewarded, and he's in the lead by about 1 Tetris now.
Yeah.
And another one, boom, Tetris for Coron. Now with a 2 Tetris lead.
We're getting a long bar drought now for Jonas. And
boom, Tetris for Jonas.
Patience pays off. Tetris for Coron.
And the lead expands.
Yes. He's pulling ahead.
Alex waiting for the long bar.
Another Tetris for Coron and a Tetris for Trey. Excellent. Excellent comeback.
Jonas and Alex are about to reach 100 lines.
Yeah. As is Coron.
Boom, Tetris for Jonas. Now having a 100,000 point lead.
Wow.
But this is about the closest we've ever seen Jonas get to being out of the top.
In the top 8.
4. So
yeah.
He needs to win this one in order to repeat his championship run.
From last year. Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, Alex getting the long bar just a little bit too late. And he burns another long bar.
Oh, he had to burn 2. It's going to be costly.
Yeah, he's dropping behind. He's going to need to be a little bit more aggressive to catch up.
Here we
Boom,
go.
Tetris for Jonas. Jonas
Tetris
is
for
a huge
Alex.
lead, right? Alex is firing back, but we're about 15 lines away from a transition now.
And another Tetris for Alex. He's looking over at Jonas to make sure.
Up on our top screen, we've got a big long bar drop, but boom, Coron with a huge lead now, 124,000 points.
Yeah.
Trey's got a lot of catching up to do.
As he transitions over to 130.
Ooh, Alex had a tough
Bad piece
misplace. He
placement.
might be able to clear. Oh, he tucks to
That was a good tuck, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's able
yeah.
to tuck it, but he needs a long piece. He gets it. Boom. Tetris for Jonas. Boom. Tetris for Alex. So we're going to be neck and neck in terms of pace. They're both at 124 lines, but Jonas still has the lead. So
Yeah.
Alex is going to have to pick up the pace if he wants to take this round. Boom. Tetris for Jonas. That consistency is really coming through now.
Oh, yeah.
Alex is going to have to step it up. He's transitioned
Transitions
now.
to 130 with a piece he has to burn.
Right.
But he's cleaning
He's
it
gonna
up
burn it.
nicely. Very nicely.
Jonas
he's
is in
cleaning
really
it up.
good shape. He's 120,000 points ahead.
Yeah.
Coron has a huge lead up on top, but Trey's hanging in it.
That was a good placement.
Jonas has a little bit of burning to do. Alex as well.
That was a good cleanup there on Alex because he had a bad placement, and now he's back into the mix.
Right.
He's doing excellent.
Right. He's trying to focus on cleaning his playfield down.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Alex had a really, really bad misplace, and he's given up.
He's-
Oh, man. That's a heartbreaker. And Jonas takes it. Alex Kerr has been eliminated,
Ooh.
but great run.
You
It
can
was
see
great
the
seeing him in
breath
the
of
top
fresh
8
air
again.
from Jonas there.
Yeah.
And everybody give it up for Alex.
Coron tops out, but he has a huge point lead. Trey has a chance of catching up.
Let's
This
see.
like long bar drought. At level 20, it is possible for him to catch up. So he's just going to have to
Play very consistently
Right.
and safely and get nice piece drops.
he has a chance to sort of gauge if he wants to play it safe.
Tetris!
Boom, Tetris. So now he needs about 3 Tetrises now to catch up and to take the round.
Very close.
With the double. Going to try to burn it back down.
Yeah, he's going to have
Does
to burn
from
it
the
down.
top.
All
Burning
right.
down from the top.
Nice.
Excellent. He's back. He's back down to the bottom now.
We see it. All right, he's getting consistently back
That's
in.
just a waiting game for Coron. He's going to see how Trey plays.
Trey does, yeah.
He had a huge lead too, so Trey's worked very hard to
Come back.
increase it, to come back.
And
Boom,
Tetris.
for Trey.
One more.
Maybe one more and change.
Yeah,
so
one
it might
more
be
and
like
change.
another Tetris and a single or a double or something. This part's key. Goes for a tuck. He's building it back up.
Exactly.
Not the most ideal setup right now. Looking for some better pieces.
Yeah.
He's got to do a little bit of burning.
Has to do some burning to get himself back out of this. Has
Okay,
a
he's back
decent
down.
little well.
Getting a double. One more Tetris ought to do it now. He got his change, so now he's looking for the Tetris.
Now he's looking to start a well up here.
Or he could just play it safe and keep getting doubles.
I mean,
There's definitely enough runway for him to do that.
yeah. Let's see if he goes the safe way.
The double. Single. Double. So about 2 more doubles or a Tetris ought to do it. One
There
of the
we go.
doubles.
He
Two
is
doubles and
very
change.
close now. Coron's
Single.
watching with intent.
Yep. And another single maybe? Yep, there it is. Trey takes
Did
it
it.
round 1.
Trey did it. Consistency is key. Okay.
So we're going to go on to Trey versus Coron round 2. Trey taking it for the first round.
Yep.
That was a huge comeback by Trey. The score deficit on that round was
Absolutely.
pretty huge, and Trey had a slightly slower pace and was able to gauge the situation and played safely and consistently to turn the tide. But that was a great performance by both players.
And showed that consistency paid off. And there we go.
Round 2, start.
Start round 2. We'll see if the consistency of Trey pays off again. Just shows you, though, that even if you have a giant lead, that you can come back.
Yes.
That's the
You don't want to get discouraged, right?
Yeah,
Because
that's the advantage of tournament settings
Right.
is you can come back.
And if you keep your playfield clear, I mean, even if you have 150,000 points behind, as long as you have enough pieces
Yeah.
and you're safe when you transition, you keep it low, then you can say, all right, I'm going to go for this many Tetrises and not take too many risks,
Yeah.
not playing too aggressive, and just survive. And that's what happened with Trey. He was able to survive that. And boom, Tetris for Coron.
Second
getting
Tetris
an early
there,
lead.
as we've been talking. And he's building a nice right well. Coron is consistently another
Nice.
Tetris for Coron. Just very consistent play at the beginning. But as it speeds up, you see how their play styles change drastically.
Right, because the speed increase changes what you can do with pieces. Some players have different means of moving the pieces around that others don't.
Yeah.
Like Quaid excels at the center well, and Jonas can do some nice tucks and turns. And we saw a pretty cool T-spin clear from Alex just a little while
that
ago.
was excellent. Yeah.
Never expect to see T-spins in competition, but Alex Kerr can pull it off.
Tetris for Trey.
Yep.
Yeah,
Coron's
and
still commanding a lead.
And that's what I think is interesting about classic Tetris is that it almost turns into a different game once you hit 130 lines on level 18.
3 in the comments of the stream, someone asked if Coron's a new competitor. He's new to the Classic Tetris World Championships. This is his first year.
But he has qualified
Japan.
multiple times in Japan for different tournaments.
Right. He's a Tetris Grandmaster player, so he's very familiar with the game of Tetris in general. And sometimes you have a player that plays modern or newer versions of Tetris like Grandmaster, be able to translate their skills over to Classic NES Tetris, which in some ways is more difficult, but in other ways it's just like learning a different version of the game.
Exactly. And I think that playing all the different versions, including the Japanese version of Tetris, that's moderately different, as you said, makes them a better player overall.
Right. Alex Kerr and Coron play new Tetris, and they're starting to play. Coron started to play this one. Alex Kerr has been playing both for a while.
Yeah.
But you have a player like Jonas that only plays Classic NES Tetris.
Yeah, because you can see like certain people have different mindsets, and then when they play things, they get different strategies that they learned in the Grandmaster game, or they
Grandmaster game might require you to to be able to do things like stack blindly, right? And you're not gonna have to do that in any other version, but those skills might actually translate into
Classic
something
Tetris.
useful for Classic Tetris, where your lockdowns are instantaneous here, so you don't get any play. But on Tetris Grandmaster, they also have a version of instantaneous lockdown as well. So
absolutely. So I just think it's interesting to see how everybody's different upbringings and backgrounds have led them to this same place.
Right. Especially for players from Japan who have never grown up with NES Tetris. They had Famicom Tetris, BPS Tetris, if you will.
Yeah. And I think we have a little bit of burning that's going to have to happen by Trey now. Clean up the playfield a little bit.
Yeah, some burning by Trey. He's behind by 162,000 points. So we're seeing a situation develop like last time where Trey has to catch up again. But we're still a ways away from transitioning, so we'll see.
So plenty of time.
Coron making some last-second changes in his positioning.
Yeah.
Trey's catching up.
But he got good piece placement right there. That was excellent.
Right. Yeah, also see a slight difference in style in terms of players when they decide to drop a piece. Sometimes you'll have players back out at the last second because they see another possibility. And sometimes that can lead to errors. If you watch the documentary, Jonas and Ben kind of like play it where they instinctively just move it to where it needs to go without thinking too much about it. And sometimes when you do it without thinking about it, it's better than making a decision at the last minute, which could cause a misdrop. And we saw that happen a little bit before.
Well, and especially with a competitive aspect, when you overthink things, it becomes your deficit.
Right. Sometimes it's better to make maybe the second best placement decision than to back out at the last second, and then the piece locks down and you can't get out of that.
Exactly. And we're seeing a more consistent play style now from Coron.
Right. Coron has come.
Yeah.
But his lead is huge. He's up 222,000 point lead for Coron right now.
This is a much bigger deficit than last round, but
Trey's pace
still
is
going to be fine.
Slightly slower, so still in okay shape. He has to nodding his head, but I actually think that if he manages to stay alive, he might be able to gauge.
Yeah. He's going
how hard he needs to push it.
He's going to need to clean out the bottom couple lines there before they transition.
But Coron with a huge lead.
Yeah. And a much cleaner play field, which means he can score more Tetris.
Yeah, Coron's ready for another one.
Yeah,
another one. There it is. Boom. Tetris for Coron. This is probably one of the biggest deficits we've ever seen in the history of this tournament. It's almost 300,000 points. And Trey with a misdrop. Come on, Trey. You can get out of that.
Still get out of it.
15-piece long bar drop. He doesn't really need a long bar right now.
No, he doesn't need the long bar. He just needs to
burn some stuff off.
Clean up the play field.
Coron, very clean. Boom. Tetris for Coron. Coron transitions, 322,000 point lead.
He's also 20 lines ahead.
Yeah.
So,
But Trey is quite a bit behind right now. He can choose to pace it however he likes.
Yeah. The key will be to consistently clean it up before he hits 130 so he can hopefully come back. But the deficit's getting bigger.
7 points away from. Trey's nodding his head. You never know what's going to happen. I guess.
Can't let it get to you because now he's cleaning it up.
Coron's ready for another one. Ready to up this giant deficit, bigger deficit than we've ever seen. Trey transitions.
And he has a very clean play field, though, for the transition with the triple.
With every non-Tetris that Trey gives up, that's the score deficit. Yeah. That's what you're seeing there.
Exactly.
But he's ready for one.
And a Tetris.
So that's what he needs to do. He needs to start making only Tetrises if he wants to catch up. And Coron's in great shape. He's in max-out pace right now. Boom, Tetris for Coron. Are we going to see a max-out? We might.
Max out in the final 8.
Boom, Tetris for Coron. Coron, and just blazing right now.
Yeah.
Max out pace in effect. And he's ready for another one.
Ready for another one. He's poised, positioned.
Okay, he's
had a bad
he's
drop.
gonna have some. He's gonna have to burn some to keep safe here if he wants to up
See if
that
he
lead.
can come back now.
Trey, boom, Tetris for Trey.
Good job, Trey.
Now, I believe that if someone maxes out and you have 2 players max out, I think it's whoever gets it first. Boom, Tetris for Trey.
Yeah.
333,000 point deficit still, but Trey's coming back a little bit.
He is coming back. So we're gonna see he cleaned up the play field now.
Right.
Coron did. So.
Ooh. I don't know if Trey can get a long bar over there in time.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. Boom, Tetris.
Yes.
I was wrong. Trey bagged it down. But the end is near. He's not going to be able to clear that line on the left.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, but we're 1-1. Does Coron want to try to max out, or do you want to? I guess not.
Okay.
There's a little bit more. We could have seen it, but.
All right, so we got the.
Right. No, they just want to go for it. So
we got the rubber match now.
Okay, so.
Trey and Coron.
1-1. Trey and Coron. You both got to win to stay in it. So. All right. Getting ready to start here.
All right.
Round 3. Down to 2 players on the screen.
Can we get the crowd to count down on this one?
Are we gonna do a crowd countdown here, guys?
Do a crowd countdown on this one.
All right.
Ref.
Okay, we're
Ready?
gonna count it down, crowd.
Crowd, come on.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, we got the rubber match between Trey and Coron.
We've got some USA crowd chanting.
It's like we're at a pro wrestling match now, for real. U.S. Trey. That's what I hear right there.
This is interesting, though. We're in top 8,
interesting.
and this is a matchup we've never seen before.
No.
And we've seen in the first 2 rounds, Coron taking a huge commanding lead with
and Trey
the first
with his
time
first
Trey
Tetris.
coming back, and the second time that not happening, Coron with a max out pace. So we'll see if that repeats again for the 3rd round, and whether or not Trey will come back for that.
Very
But Trey
clean
is-
placement.
right.
Trey just got another Tetris.
Trey's off to a really good start this time.
And
so
he's setting himself up for
Yep,
another one.
Boom, Tetris for Trey. Coron just made a couple of Tetrises, but they're neck
Exactly.
and neck. This is going to be a good start for both of them.
Trey's come to win, folks.
Boom, Tetris for Trey.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've seen Trey in the top 8, so it's good to see him up there again.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was in our first inaugural tournament. Triple for Trey.
Like to call it an old school top 8
Ooh.
player.
Not completely deadly, but he's going to have to burn a little bit.
Yeah, he's going to do a couple
He'll have to do a
burns.
tuck.
Yep.
There it is. All right, he's clean again.
Nice tuck. Now we're going to see. That's right. Very good tuck.
And he's ready for a Tetris if it gives him the long bar.
It's getting
Another tuck.
Getting a 17 bar drop and bad placement. Here we
Okay,
go.
triple.
Treble.
Getting back into a Tetris position. And
now he's
there we are.
nice and clean.
Coron with the Tetris. Not a huge lead yet.
No, we're still definitely
Right.
have a competitive
Okay,
match.
Trey's back in position. He's in good shape.
Yeah. And now he's set up for
And
Tetris.
boom, Tetris for Trey. Commanding the lead now. But slightly, we're still early on. Coron clearing it. Boom, Tetris for Coron.
If you look, both are very concentrating very heavily on this match.
Right.
Very serious.
They're going to have to be consistent and not make any major mistakes to survive this one.
Any drastic movements or require any major cleanup, we should see a very close match.
Coron taking the lead back. Trey just waiting for a couple of pieces to fire another Tetris back.
And
there it
Trey's
is.
ready.
Boom, Tetris for Trey. And Coron firing back.
Wow. Back and forth.
So no huge lead from Coron going in early this time. So
Yeah.
we'll see more of a neck-and-neck battle. Trey's well set up. Boom, Tetris for Trey.
For Trey. Coron is
Neck
ready
and
to
neck.
fire back again.
Yep. Back and forth
Tetris
we
for
go.
Coron.
Coron with the lead again.
Yep.
And Tetris firing back, evening it up. Both players building back their play fields.
Coron
Go
is
well
ready
positioned.
for another Tetris.
Boom, Tetris for Coron.
You have to see a tuck here from Coron. Boom.
Tuck from Coron. Trey with a Tetris now,
And
now with the lead. Coron
Tetris
firing
from
back.
Coron.
Back and forth we go.
Seen a nice seesaw match here.
Yep. Not at all like the last match where it was just Coron taking a huge lead from the very beginning.
Yeah, he's very consistent, had nice piece drops.
Might be seeing a style adjustment from Trey here.
Absolutely.
Less burning, more scoring. That's what you got to do.
Again, he's playing a very consistent game, and, I mean, at this point, as long as the pieces keep up, he's consistently going to have a nice score, and Trey's going to keeping up the same pace, which is interesting.
Trey's got a very large drought, 21.
Drought.
But Coron had to have gone through that, too. He's at line 98. Boom, Tetris for Trey.
Tetris for Trey. Comes back from the drought.
Trey is waiting for a few better pieces to burn with. Burns a double.
Yep.
Coron,
Burns
3
a
Tetris
double,
lead.
and boom.
Boom, Tetris for Trey. Getting back into position. Not a huge lead by Coron yet.
Yeah.
And Trey is in good position to...
Not allowed to say yet. Trey has a nice piece placement.
Boom, Tetris for Trey. And Tetris for Coron.
Answers back. We are seeing a nice competitive pace here.
Both just over 100 lines, so transition is happening soon. They'll have to keep their play field situation in mind. And that's not the sort of thing you want to have going into your transition. But
That was an excellent.
That was a crazy T-spin clear. That was great.
Oh.
Doing the double in the middle like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom, Tetris for Coron. Coron will be transitioning in a Tetris and a line.
Yep.
And he's ready for it.
Is a very clean play field, and Trey's cleaning his up currently
And,
as well.
Coron's in great shape. One more line. So he's going to be, whatever the line clear is, Coron will be transitioning to level 19. It's going to speed up.
Yep.
We'll see how he adapts and deals with that change. Triple.
And this is
He's in
actually
position.
much closer than we saw in the first round when Trey took out Coron. So
Right.
should be an
There's
interesting.
a widening margin here. Trey's in a good position to get a Tetris or two going into his transition. He might want to hold out and score well. Boom, going into his into the transition. Oh no, he opts to go for the single.
Yep.
Game speeds up. 80,000 point difference now. So Coron's lead has widened. Trey's in an okay position. His play field's in good shape.
Yeah.
We're at the point where the speed, anything can happen.
It's building up a nice right.
Trey's ready
well,
for a
though,
Tetris.
Trey.
Will it give him the long bar? Double. Single, okay, he covered it up. He's going to have to work a little bit to get through that. Game's...
Oh.
2 long bars, and he wasn't able to Tetris with that.
It's unfortunate.
Coron's
piece
ready
placement.
for a Tetris. Coron,
Nice
boom, Tetris for Coron. Now the gap is starting to become more of a factor.
Yeah. Becoming. And Coron's getting more consistent as he's playing during this
Right,
round.
his level 9, his post level 19 transition play is incredibly strong. He's still scoring Tetrises after the level 19 transition, and I'm new to watching Coron play, but seeing him power through post level 19 with Tetrises is amazing to see. Trey's gonna have a lot of cleaning up to do to survive. Oh man, I don't think that's not good.
It's something you don't see every day is the way that he's playing like that.
Oh, Trey's not gonna be able to get out of that. That's tough. Oh man, and we have our Coron advances. Let's have a hand for Trey.
Let's give it up for Trey.
Trey did great. Good to see him back in the top 8.
Very strong play.
But Coron now advances into the top 4. So we've got our top 4 decided, and
we're going to take a 2-minute break, and then we're going to start with the final 4. All at once.
All at once.
All at once. Yeah.
So should I go there with the mic? Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Can you do that in 2 minutes, though? Can you do that in 2 minutes? Okay. Right. All right, guys, we're going to take our final four and have the competitors take their positions.
Yeah, if we can have them all come over here, Chris is going to have a word with them.
So we need Harry Hong and Jeff Moore to come to the stage, and also Coron and Jonas.
All right, so what we're going to have is we're going to have the Final Four sign a Tetris for part of the show here, Chris. If you can have them sign this. It's going to a fan. His name's Ryan Darr, member of Nintendo Age. So, and you can sign it as well since you're a classic Tetris player.
Oh.
Yeah, one line each.
Okay.
All right.
Harry Hong, come to the stage.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, Harry, we need a line from you. We've seen you here, every year, and you're the one-time winner from 2014, the only one to take Jonas down. You're going to have to get past Jeff first in order to get that far. How are you feeling going in?
Pretty good. Yeah, playing well, I think.
You're known for your fast pace and your aggressive style, so I guess we'll be seeing more of that.
Most likely, yeah.
Okay, thanks, Harry. I guess sign this NES cartridge for the fans. For the fans.
Sign it for the fans.
All right. Go ahead and take your position.
Take your position.
All right, Jeff. Jeff Moore, come on down. So this is the first time we've seen you in even the top 8. So
yeah, Jeff.
Great seeing a new competitor to our Tetris World Championships finals, and a very strong debut here for you. How are you feeling going in, and what's it like to be here for the first time?
It's incredible this year, and the field's stronger than ever. So just making it here is a dream come true. Yep.
How do you feel going against Harry Hong? Are you happy that you're going against Harry and not Jonas yet, or?
Yeah, that's I don't know, a choice you don't want to have to make.
All right, so go ahead and sign this cartridge. It's great seeing a new competitor to our top 4. And good luck.
Good luck. All right, if we can get Coron.
Coron, come on down. Coron being already a champion here at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. Okay, so Coron's from Japan, and I know a little bit of Japanese, but not a whole lot, so we'll see how this interview goes. あなたは元気ですか?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. That was my horrible attempt at trying to ask how our competitor from Japan is. Coron having won the Tetris Grandmaster Tournament earlier today, or in this event, and now going for his second. But he's going to need to get past Jonas Neubauer first. So go ahead and take your spot. Jonas Neubauer, come on down. All right, man. We've seen you here every year. What's different this time? How are you feeling?
I'm just surviving. So it's brutal out there. The whole kind of format is making it really interesting this year. We got brand new faces in the top 4, so I really don't know what to expect. I was relying on the intimidation factor so far, but I don't think Coron really knows who I am that well. So we'll see how that goes.
Let's turn that on its end. Are you intimidated by Coron's maxed out pace against Trey pretty much consistently every round?
I am. I was talking with him actually yesterday, and it turns out he's older than I am, so I can't play the too old for this game card with him. It's not going to work for me.
This is going to be very interesting, folks. We've never seen this matchup before. Coron, in his debut at the Classic Tetris World Championships versus Jonas Neubauer. We're going to see how it all plays out. Good luck, guys. We're going to be doing button checks for a quick few seconds.
Yeah. Okay. All right. After the entire round is done. Yeah. Before the final. We'll announce it before the final. I got you. So as you could tell there with the interview, it seemed like Jonas had nerves of steel.
It's going to be a little bit different because Jonas has never had to deal with this before. In fact, we've never even had to deal with someone who has max out pace so consistently. Yeah. I'm new to watching Coron, and I'm amazed by his performance that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about a strong debut. Coming in with a Tetris Grandmaster Championship in an event, and then making the top 4 of the Classic Tetris World Championships.
It's unprecedented.
Right.
Exactly.
We've only seen 2 people win this tournament in its history, so this is the closest we've seen to a new competitor.
All right, so let's do a countdown.
We're ready to go here. Button checks are done, and we're going to do an audience countdown. So you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, go! We're off, Jeff, with interesting placement, but it should be nothing to worry about at this stage.
Yeah, at this stage.
Harry Hong already set up for a Tetris. Coron as well. Jonas now ready. Boom! First Tetris goes to Coron. Tetris for Jonas.
And an answer
Harry
back.
ready. Boom! Tetris for Harry. Jeff ready for a long bar.
And
there it is. Boom! Tetris for Jeff. All
very
4 players
strong.
in great, strong. We're off to a great start here. All players neck and neck.
And nerves aren't a factor from the newbies in the final.
Boom! Tetris for Coron. Already starting to get a lead, but nope. Jonas gets it back. So now we're neck and neck.
Exactly.
Harry doing a little bit of burning. Slight misplacement from Jeff, still haunting him. So he's like, his playfield's 1 off from being ideal. And long piece.
He's
Boom,
still
Tetris for Jeff.
Still able to hit.
Is he going to burn it back down, or is he going to build on top of it? We'll see. Harry is ready for a long bar. And there it is. Boom, Tetris for Harry.
You notice Coron over there is playing a little differently than he was in the last round as well.
Yeah, Coron now having to do some burning. Jonas with a clean play field instead. Jonas now commanding a lead. Interesting. I wonder why Coron and Jonas sort of have their roles reversed right now with Coron having to do the burning.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeff commanding a slight lead now. Still opting to play 1 block off of the bottom there. And he's not burning it off. He's building on top. Oh, there he burns it. Okay, now he's back down to the bottom.
Coron's back now.
Coron, boom. Okay, so Coron's going to start building again.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can keep up that max out pace that we saw in the other games. Boom, Tetris for Coron.
Coron's playing a little more
Jonas
animated than we're used to.
maintaining his lead, though. Jonas now having to do some burning. This is a chance for Coron to catch up. Jeff now in great position. Jeff finally has a super clean play field, waiting for the long piece. And there it is. Boom, Tetris for Jeff. Now commanding a 50,000 point lead. Harry firing back with a Tetris.
Yeah.
But he's got some building up to do. Jeff with a slower pace, so he's a little bit more ahead than his score indicates. Boom, Tetris for Jeff. 50,000 point deficit now. Harry having to do some burning. Coron and Jonas's playfield looking okay. Jonas is going to burn some off and get his well back into position rather than building a Tetris in the middle.
Yeah.
And Jonas is back in good shape. Coron building his wall. He's ready for a Tetris. Jonas having a slight lead, but Coron is ready for a Tetris to take it back. Waiting for that long bar drought, being at 14, 15, 16 now. Boom, Tetris for Coron. It finally gave it to him. Now he's ready for another one.
It was interesting to watch Jeff's mentality at the top. He was waiting for a certain L piece, and then he didn't get the drop. And
yeah, Jeff has to do some massive burning
yeah.
right now. He's ahead by a little, but the placement there, his setup is really, oh no.
Oh no.
He's covered it up. He might be able to burn it off if he gets the right setup.
Good scoot.
He's going to need something to stick in the left side.
He's just not
and it
getting
didn't give it to
pieces.
him. It did not give him the line. I don't think he's going to be able to survive this, folks.
Nope.
And with a very small lead, Jeff tops out. It should be no problem for Harry to take that back in a few moments. Coron, boom, Tetris, now commanding a lead. Boom, Tetris for Jonas. Neck and neck, Coron and Jonas. But Harry only needs just another Tetris. Boom, Tetris for Harry. Couple drops, maybe a single ought to do it. And there we have the first round decided between Harry and Jeff. Harry taking the first round.
Yeah.
And we continue with Jonas versus Coron round 1.
Coron's a couple Tetrises ahead right now, and he's playing very consistent again.
Right. Coron is, he's got his mean streak back, and we're going to see some max out pacing going.
Yeah.
Extremely high proportion of Tetrises for Coron, and consistently. That's something I've never seen before. Jonas
and
is
against
consistent.
Jonas right now.
Right. Against Jonas. We're going to see if Jonas is slightly less aggressive play style, but more consistent play can withstand Corion's max out pace.
Yeah. But as we noticed with Trey last round, he actually did kind of, bring it back after Coron did have that one fault. So we'll see how it works with his playstyle. He might be to Coron's deficit.
Right. Coron isn't quite having the same kind of proportion that he was having versus Trey. We're not sure if that's just a stylistic thing or a strategy. Maybe he was trying to play a little less aggressively against Jonas just to see if he needed to push it that far. But now he's in really great shape.
Excellent shape, yeah.
A long bar drought.
We're getting 20 away now from the 19.
Okay, he's got it. Boom, Tetris for Coron. All right, we're starting to see
Really
the
close.
deficit starting to increase. We're almost
Yeah.
up to 70,000 points. Jonas having to do some burning. His playfield is not in the prettiest of shape.
And boom.
Boom, Tetris for Coron. Almost 100,000 points. We're seeing that
Such a consistent play of Tetris from
super
Coron.
aggressive Coron.
Oh.
Clean, aggressive play. The likes that we've not seen before. Jonas is usually consistent, and
Yeah.
Harry is fast, but now we're seeing a competitor that is aggressive and consistent.
I think it has to do with the tapping that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
It's just a
Now,
different
up on
style.
top, Jeff versus Harry. Both players are neck and neck.
Yeah.
And they're
Transition
Harry
level
had taken the
19 by
first
Coron.
round. Right. Coron has just transitioned.
Mm-hmm.
So Harry has one round up now, and they've started again. They're neck and neck.
Yeah.
Both dealing with a long bar drought. Harry got out of the long bar drought. Jeff waiting for it. We know it'll come fairly soon. Coron, after transitioning, now he's trying to build his well back up.
All right, looks like he's in good placement again if he gets the right pieces. Yeah.
Boom, Tetris for Harry.
Boom Tetris for Coron.
And Jonas has transitioned.
Yep.
Coron has a
That's a bad placement
something he
there.
needs. He needs a couple of long bars in order to survive.
He's going to have
He
to
has an
dig
okay
himself
lead,
out.
but
Oh.
it's not. Oh, it gave it to him, but it wasn't enough. And now Jonas can just ride this
Yeah.
out with a couple
Jonas
of
has a
Tetrises.
chance. Bring it back.
So all he needs is a couple of Tetrises for Jonas to take this round.
Yeah.
Coron had a great lead, but his playfield just wasn't in good enough shape to survive the drought like that.
And now that, as you mentioned, the consistency of
Harry is
Jonas.
in trouble.
Harry is in trouble now.
Harry needs to clean it up before.
You have to burn a lot of pieces to get back down.
Yeah. Ooh, that
Oh.
was key. If he gives him the long piece, he might be able to survive that, but it's not giving it to him.
Not giving. Bad time to get that.
okay.
Oh,
Single. Oh, it's not enough.
not enough.
Oh, tough. All right, Jeff takes one round, so now we're 1-1 with Jeff versus Harry.
And Jonas is coming back.
Right, we don't see Harry very close to being eliminated, but now he's both of these guys, Jeff and Harry, have to win one in order to advance.
Yeah.
And Jonas has one more Tetris
One
to
more Tetris. His consistent play is gonna prove a vital factor here.
just along. There it is. Boom, Tetris for Jonas, and now round one is officially
you can see
taken.
the sigh of relief right there out of Jonas. Excellent play.
Okay.
Consistency is key, Chris. Consistency is key.
All right, Coron had a good pace, but all right, we're starting Harry versus Jeff. It started,
Yeah.
and I guess we're going to start Coron versus Jonas in just a moment.
All right. This is the rubber match between Jeff and Harry. Jeff does like to build up the long bars on the left side. which
You're
is
right.
an
Jeff will
interesting play.
will do a less than ideal piece placement and then deal with it later.
Yeah.
That sometimes works. Like you can tuck like you did just there with the T over there.
Yeah.
But sometimes you become too dependent on what pieces come. And that's a little risky.
And that was the deficit before when he was waiting for that L piece that
Right,
never
right.
showed up. Absolutely.
Right. When you're waiting too long for a single piece, then yeah, the risk goes up and you become dependent and bad things can happen.
Yeah.
So early on, Coron's playfield, not as pretty as we were seeing versus Trey. So I'm not sure what's going on, but maybe a curse of nerves. But hopefully Coron can get his pace back if he wants to stay in it versus Jonas.
Yeah.
He has to win in order to survive.
Absolutely.
And same story for both Jeff and Harry. So whoever wins the Jeff versus Harry on this round will determine who's in our top two for that round.
Goes into the
Whereas
finals.
Coron has to win, and if Jonas just wins one, then we'll have one of our top two from that match as well.
Absolutely.
Both Coron and Jonas are neck and neck. Both
they
have
both
good
have
play
nice
fields.
play
Yep,
fields,
nice play
yeah.
fields. Harry taking a early lead. Boom, Tetris for Harry.
And
Boom. for Jeff as well.
It's interesting to see Coron's. He's getting interesting pieces, but he's still able to burn them off. Like, his play is definitely different than you're seeing from the other players.
Coron's waiting for that long piece, and it didn't come.
Didn't
And
come.
He's in a bad position right now. He's being dependent on long pieces.
39-bar
Okay, he
long
opened
bar
it up.
shroud. Like,
It did eventually give him what he needed, and
Wow.
he burns it out triple. When you burn down with a triple like that, you can tell that you're trying to play more safely because you could get a Tetris, but at that point where it's starting to give you bad pieces, if you take too many gambles, it's over.
I mean, what's your typical long bar drought that you would see somebody coming out from? He had a 39, and he has now a 15. Like, it's
Yeah,
just,
this is a rough pattern here.
oh,
And Coron's playfield, not as pretty.
yeah.
Jonas, not with a great playfield either, but his lead is very slight.
Yeah, now he
Boom,
has to
Tetris for
burn a
Jonas.
few, too.
He opted to build on top and managed to get a Tetris off of that. Harry's lead, 2 Tetrises now. Jeff's playfield's looking a lot better now, though. He's able to burn some stuff off.
Another long bar drought.
Boom,
Wow.
Tetris for Coron.
It's just an interesting aspect. Now we have the long bar drought up there for Jeff.
Right. So we'll see what happens. Coron's got his playfield back. We have
Boom.
not seen
Tetris for Jeff.
the max out pace consistency of Coron versus Trey. So
No.
that's, I think, something that we wanted to see what would have happened with that versus Jonas. And he'll have to survive this if we want to have a chance of seeing that. Okay, so Jeff.
His play style is drastically different right now than it was in the other matches. Coron's. Absolutely.
Harry having to do some burning. He has a center well. He's going to have to center well Tetris there.
Yeah.
Boom, Tetris for Harry. He's going to build it back down. He's going to keep the well there. Coron now having to tuck.
And
Slight
both
long
have-
arrow. Boom. Okay, Coron's slightly reducing the deficit, but Jonas being ahead right now.
When Jonas gets ahead because of his consistency, it's
Yeah.
tough to come back.
Jeff's playfield's in great shape. He hits a Tetris and now moves into the lead.
Yeah. It's a very neck and neck match between Jeff and Harry.
Yeah, Jeff and Harry's a very close match right now. But Jeff is building up a tall structure in the middle. That's not what you want to do.
No.
You have a split well situation. You become way too reliant on long bars. He's going to need better pieces to get out of this, and his scoring is going to go down as a result if he survives. Oh, he covered up his
and
hole
he
just when
covered
he
up.
needed it. This doesn't look good for Jeff. He's going to need to clear efficiently to survive. Okay, that's good. Long
Doing
bar.
good.
He gave him what he needed. He
Oh,
got out. So we can keep going. And because of that, Harry's
Look at
pulled in the
this.
lead again. Triple with Jeff. All right,
Jeff has cleaned it up. Excellent.
Jeff
play.
focusing on the clean. Gets it back
Wow.
down. That was a bad situation. He got out of it. So Jeff is proving his power, being able to get out of that.
Really good play right there.
Harry with the long bar drought.
Coron's looking for, all right, he got
Opting
the
to
piece he
triple.
needed. Yeah. Got the piece he needed.
Harry Tetrising, widening his lead. Jonas now has a very commanding lead, 100,000 points.
Yeah. It's like the opposite of the Trey
Boom,
matches,
Tetris
so
for Coron. Coron's gonna have to work to get back his position because
We're getting close to
Right.
30.
they're neck and neck in pace. I mean, Coron's pace is a little bit faster than Jonas, and he's behind. Boom, Tetris for Coron.
Yeah.
Like I said, this pace in terms of scoring proportion is not the same that we saw when he was during his matches versus Trey, and I don't know what happened. I mean, in all
Yeah.
three of those matches, Coron was doing consistently and with that sort of high Tetris proportion.
Yeah, as we mentioned at the beginning, the nerves will set in as they start to play more and more. So we may be seeing that from Coron since this is his first major finals as he gets a Tetris, though.
Right.
And
He covered it up.
Covered it up. His play
That's
style.
not a good. Okay, he cleaned it off.
He opened it
Okay,
up,
He opened
but
it up.
it's-
Okay.
yeah.
But we're about to transition. He's one line away from the transition, so he's gonna hit level 19 with the next line clear. He's gonna go for a Tetris to do it. Boom!
Smartly.
Tetris for Coron, transitioning to level 19.
Nice.
All right, let's see. Let's go. Let's see how this plays out.
Yeah.
Coron has to win in order to stay in it, and now he's at level 19. So we're one way or another, the end is near. Jonas's lead, almost 100,000 points, and Jonas is in excellent shape. He's gonna hit another Tetris again soon. Harry, okay,
He's
boom.
transitioned.
Transition. Jonas is on. Jonas.
Boom,
is-
Tetris. But he has to do some cleaning now.
Right. Jonas still playing aggressively. I've actually seen more aggressive play out of Jonas now. Maybe he's going against Coron. He knows he has to get his lead early on, and that's the safety of getting a lead early on is the other players is forced to deal with that. Now, Jeff versus Harry is also still neck and neck, and they both transition. They're up to level 21 and 23 respectively. Harry with his faster piece drop pace. Harry having to do a lot of burning.
Yeah. It just shows
Not
you how
ideal.
dangerous
Jeff's in
of
the
a player
better
they are.
spot right now.
Yeah. It just shows you how dangerous of a player Jonas is when he plays more aggressively when he needs to at the beginning, just to make that deficit, put the pressure on Coron.
Right. Jeff and Harry are still neck and neck. This is going to be an exciting finish, guys.
Oh,
Keep
yeah.
your eye on Jeff and Harry right now
They're
because
very
they are
close.
neck and neck. Jeff
Oh,
taking a
wow.
lead. Harry back and forth. Check this out, guys. They are on level 25 and 23 respectively. This might both end with a kill screen. Let's see how it plays out. Both their playfields are in great shape. Harry waiting for some better.
And
Boom!
Tetris.
Tetris for Jeff. Jeff taking the lead.
Wow.
All right. Harry's building it back up. Jeff in great shape. Ready for another Tetris.
Another
He's playing
Tetris
super
for
aggressively. No easy way out here for Jeff. He's going to go for a Tetris. Oh, triple.
And
Boom!
Tetris.
Tetris for Jeff.
Yeah.
Commanding lead now. One Tetris ahead. Harry's playfield's okay, but he's not in a position to Tetris. Oh.
Jonas takes out Coron.
And Jonas wins the match versus Coron.
It's here for Coron.
Coron's debut. Extremely strong top 4 finish for Coron. Let's hear it,
All
guys.
right, make sure you're still watching the top here because this is
Jeff
becoming a
versus
very
Harry.
competitive match.
Jeff still maintaining his lead against Harry. Harry needs to do some cleaning up, but Jeff's playfield has also taken a turn for the cleanup.
Yeah, we're seeing a very similar play style right now, even at this high of a level.
Right.
All right, so we're going to see them as they clean up how they can maintain.
Harry is ready for kill screen.
Right now
Harry,
we have...
Jeff's ahead by 1 Tetris, but Harry's about the kill screen. So Harry's hit the kill screen. He's not able to line. Harry has been eliminated. And
Harry
Jeff
has been eliminated.
has made the top 2.
All right, everybody, let's hear it for Harry Hong. Give it up.
Harry with another top 4 finish. And Jeff in his debut makes the top 2. Will be facing Jonas Neubauer in the grand finals. We're going to be taking a 5-minute break.
5-minute break, everyone. Yeah, let's do some chatting now. So it's an interesting aspect that we're going to see here because one thing as a little bit of analysis, as you were interviewing Coron, I shook his hand, and I don't know if it was before, but he was very nervous. He seemed very nervous when you interviewed him. And I thought maybe that was just the tapping that he was doing. But I think that, getting this far in, the World Championship.
There was a difference in the pace and the proportion of scoring.
Absolutely.
It was almost like a different player. Like he was, I don't know, what I saw, Coron versus Trey was crazy. Like super consistent, max out pace, both games. Super clean playfield. I was like, wow, what am I seeing here?
And then the fact that on the other side, Jonas put the pressure onto him
Jonas
right at the
being
beginning.
aggressive? What?
Oh.
Really?
and he was able to turn that up, and it actually caused Coron to even play even more differently. It was interesting. And then when we watched Harry versus Jeff, it was a really interesting aspect because Jeff showed no sign of that similar style of pressure. Like, the pressure's on, and he wasn't nervous. He was cool, calm, and collected.
That's what we see from Jonas every time. That's what we see from Jonas every year. He's
and
just
Jeff is
super
showing
cool
that too.
And no nerves. Which even if Jonas says he's nervous, it doesn't really show through in his play. I mean,
so on the other side, Jeff felt as cool and calm and collective as Jonas. So this is going to be an interesting match because Jeff does those different type of moves that you don't normally see, like we saw versus Harry, but it paid off.
Right. I also see Jeff taking a few more risks, like building up things on the side. I see a lot more split well situations.
Yeah.
So this is his first time, in the top, in the top 8, let alone the top 2.
Yeah.
So having Jonas fight someone with a similar skill set is going to be an interesting thing to see.
So the question I have for you and for everybody that's chatting with us is: are you consistency or are you a gambling man? Because Jeff likes to gamble when he's playing through waiting for certain pieces, whereas you have the consistency of a Jonas Neubauer.
Jonas has a really good command of using different moves to get out of different situations. So I feel his palette of things to do with pieces on the playfield is among the highest I've ever seen for NES Tetris. I'm new to seeing Jeff play.
Yeah.
he's able to keep alive. He was able to clear his way down. What I saw in that last round, where he was in a bad situation and he's able to dig down, I don't think most players would have survived that.
No, absolutely not. And there were some nice long bar droughts that he was able to survive from.
Right.
And it's an interesting aspect. But there is a reason why Jonas has been a multi-time world champion.
And that reason is Jonas doesn't get himself into that position.
Exactly.
The risk doesn't happen because
Yeah.
he keeps it safe almost all of the time.
And it just shows you, as you're playing throughout the weekend, setting your high scores, it's way different game when you're playing one-on-one. Completely different. The stress is different. Everything is different when you're playing one-on-one.
I'm actually excited to see this. We had 2 new competitors in the top 4, folks. Like, that's sort of unprecedented. We're used to seeing the same faces. We're used to seeing Harry Hong and Jonas Neubauer year after year. It's great seeing Trey again, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
We haven't seen him since the early years of this, and he's done a lot of great work bringing this tournament together and
putting together all of the different
technology
algorithms
behind the show that you guys out there in Twitchland are seeing is amazing. Like the score differential that you are seeing illustrated, the long bar drought meter. Even the little hearts that you see for who wins a round. It's all great stuff, and it makes it for a better show. And you know what it does? It makes it easier for new players to learn the game and to know exactly what skills you need and what way to play. When you watch it, then that way you can translate what you see on the stream to how you play as a player.
I mean, I think that's why we're seeing such higher scores this year than we've ever seen, is because people are able to learn better when they see such things as these algorithms.
Right. When we started this, we didn't even have like a live stream of this. We ended up recording it and making a movie out of it. Ecstasy of Order of the Tetris Masters. If anyone out there hasn't seen it, we highly recommend you go out and see that movie, which chronicles the events of the first Tetris World Championships. And it shows things like hyper tapping with your thumb and explains certain mechanics that we're talking about in our commentary.
Yeah.
And it's regarded as one of the better video game movies of all time.
So we're about ready to call up the finalists. Can we get a round of applause for everybody who's been running the Tetris World Championships? They're doing an excellent job here.
Shout out to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo for being our home for the last many years.
Retro USB, as well as Mississippi Pizza, the Tetris Company.
Wise Ape Tea for providing our top 16 prizes.
And, of course,
PriceCharting.com.
Blue Planet Software.
BPS, the company that owns the Tetris license and has been supporting us from the very beginning. I actually used to work there. It's great being involved in Tetris and that they care about classic Tetris as well as the new Tetris. So
and all the other sponsors. So let's announce the finalists.
All right, so we've got. Who do we want to do?
Go ahead.
All right, Jeff and Jonas, get up here. We are going to be doing the grand finals. This is a match we've never seen before. I guess we'll do one more quick one-line interview. Jonas, how are you feeling going in?
I'm just excited to wear my leather jacket. I'm from Southern California, and this is the first time this has been out of the closet for a while. I'm actually really too hot, but the jacket's not coming off.
It's the coolest you've looked in the finals, Jonas.
All right, Jacket Jonas for the finals.
That's right.
Jeff, super strong. Your debut at the Classic Tetris World Championships, top 2. I mean, you're going home with a trophy this year. How are you feeling?
Pretty amazing. It can't get much better than this. Maybe a little bit better.
Oh, we can get better.
It would be unprecedented if someone in their debut can knock off a 5-time world champion. But I guess we'll see what happens. Good luck.
Right on. Thank you.
Players taking their positions now.
That's right.
Getting ready for the finals.
Getting ready. We're going to see if their play styles change, they stay consistent. It's going to be an interesting final. It's a best of 5 now.
Right, best of 5 for the grand finals.
Absolutely.
So, the debut of Jeff in our Classic Tetris World Championships.
Yep.
We've never seen this matchup before. And it looks like we're ready to go. We're going to do an audience countdown for our grand finals.
All right, everybody, let's get ready.
You guys ready? All right. 3, 2, 1, go! And, and they're off. Okay, Jeff starting off. Jonas on the right.
It'd be interesting to see how they decide to play here in this first round, because you do get best of 5 now, so
Right.
it may change their mentalities, their play style.
Right. Both these players, they're good-natured and they're consistent. So
And both cool, calm, and
don't-
collected when
right.
we interviewed them, so I mean, they're ready.
right. We're not expecting a whole lot of nerves or any major meltdowns. So it's
Answering
how
each
this all
other with
writes out.
Tetrises back to back. I mean, this is going to be a very consistent game.
Yep, we're neck and neck. And
Oh.
boom, Tetris for Jeff.
Double Tetris from
Another
Jeff.
Tetris for Jeff. Back to back for Jeff.
Wow.
Jonas now dealing with a deficit, but there's his long bar. And if another piece comes, he'll have another one.
Setting himself up for another Tetris there on Jeff's side, as well as Jonas's side.
And
Cleaned it up
boom,
perfectly.
Tetris for Jeff. Jeff's boom, Tetris for Jonas.
We got some cleaning
He's got
to
some
do.
cleaning up to do. Yes, exactly.
Oh, yeah. And,
Boom, Tetris for Jeff. Jeff getting the proportion.
yeah, getting a nice
High Tetris
lead.
proportion, not giving very many lines that aren't Tetrises, and that's what you need to do if you want to max out.
See a finals max out? What would you do, Chris?
Scream.
We can only hope.
Boom, Tetris for Jeff. Jonas having to clear a double out. Still waiting for a long bar. There it is. Boom, Tetris for Jonas.
No,
Jeff with the T-spin
nice
clear.
T-spin. Some killer play in this finals here we've been seeing.
Jeff exhibiting his deep skill set.
Yeah.
I always find it very fun to see things like T-spins and spin clears in a competition.
Yeah.
It's risky. If you mistime it or misplace it or miscalculate, it could cost you the match, but these guys are so confident they can pull it off.
It also seems like Jeff's playing a more consistent game than we've seen in the other rounds. He's doing a nice right well, nothing fancy.
No cleanup. Just
No cleanup needed.
straight Tetrises. Boom. Tetris for Jeff. Jonas ready for one. Boom. Tetris for Jonas.
Oh, answers it back. And
Boom. Tetris for Jeff.
we're just seeing them.
Tetris for Jonas. Back and forth we go. Looks like it's going to be neck and neck.
Yeah, it's just a 2 Tetris deficit at this level is not that big of a deal.
Right. Super clean play fields. Jonas doing a little bit of cleaning. Jeff
bit of
hitting
cleaning.
another Tetris.
But he cleaned it up. Now.
Boom. Tetris for Jonas.
Nice.
Boom. Tetris for Jeff.
Another Tetris for Jonas. Wow, just firing back and forth, answering each Tetris with a Tetris of their own.
Right. Very similar pace. Very similar style.
Yeah.
Nothing hugely risky. We're not seeing any double wells from Jeff or any repeated placements. So
Yeah. The interesting thing is we know we can come out
boom,
of it
Tetris for Jeff.
if he does get into some kind of situation, though. Jonas has some cleaning, but really quick work of it.
Jeff
Just have
having
to
to build
rely
up the left in order to do some line clears.
There we go. He had to rely on some piece drops there.
He's in good shape though.
Excellent shape.
Opts to use a T-bar double, and boom, Tetris for Jeff. That was an excellent build up there. He had the right side a little bit high for a while, but he was able to deal with what he got and built it up, and now he has very pretty well.
Yeah.
Double. And Jonas waiting. Drought.
Double drought
Boom, Jonas.
and
Tetrising.
double Tetris. Interesting play.
But Jeff showing a high proportion there, max
Yeah.
out pace.
We definitely have a max out pace going on.
Watching Jeff right now is almost like watching Coron versus Trey.
Yeah. And we're watching him versus Jonas.
Right.
It's very interesting.
Okay, Jeff needs some better pieces in order to clear that out. Okay, he deals with it well.
Definitely dealt
And
with it well.
there you go.
Sets
Nice.
himself up, but he has the
Covered it up. No use of the T. That's a nice burn.
excellent burn.
He saw that possibility and used it. Boom, Tetris for Jeff, and widens that lead.
A little cleanup needed, though, to get himself out.
I mean, Jonas is playing really safe right now,
Yeah.
but the gap is actually getting wider. Jonas looking for a tuck. Needs a J. J to get that out. Oh,
Yeah.
held out for the wrong piece. I guess he's going to clear it with the J.
There's a good piece that he was waiting. He's waiting for that L piece. He got it.
Yeah,
though.
Jonas is actually waiting like for pieces that he doesn't usually wait for.
It's like we were watching Jeff's play from the last round.
Yeah. Jeff, boom, Tetris, 100,000 point deficit.
Wow.
We were not used to seeing Jonas behind like this.
If history has repeated itself, though, his patience has always paid off in the end.
Right. Sometimes he'll be behind and he can catch up.
Yeah.
So what Jeff needs to do to survive this is to remain consistent, stay alive, keep that lead, and then amp it up if he needs to.
Jeff has finally worked himself out of that mess that he had for a little
Jonas
bit.
just transitioned.
Jonas transitions.
And that's even stranger to see Jonas transition before his opponent.
That aggressive
We hardly
play
ever see
style,
that.
That aggressive play style from Coron might be repeated here.
Boom. Tetris for Jonas. Okay, we've transitioned. Both play fields fast now. Jeff's still in great shape.
Interesting.
Jonas Tetrising.
Jonas is pulling Tetris out there.
Right. If both players make the same amount of lines now, Jeff would take it. He's got a 2 Tetris lead right now.
Yeah.
But Jeff, like I said, he's slightly
Tetris from
behind
Jeff.
in pace. Jonas might actually have to become aggressive in order to take this one.
See the double bar on the left, though, from Jeff. That was the consistency from
Yeah,
before.
he needs. Oh, boom! Tetris for Jeff.
He's-
Now that proportion, we're getting that Coron style proportion.
Oh! Double
Okay.
piece placement.
So
he can work him
he
way.
can dig out. He can dig
Oh, he
out,
can-
and he gets a long piece. Oh, he covered it up. Still in okay shape.
Still in
Burning.
fine. Oh,
I'm-
he has a sidewall there piece, but he doesn't. He historically
Nice.
was
Okay,
not working with
Jeff
the
dug
left
himself
well.
out.
Yeah, Jeff never worked
But
with
Jonas
the
has
left well.
just caught up.
Yes.
That little segue to the burn has allowed. That was the chance Jonas needed to come back.
Yeah,
now
he's
Jonas
back
has
in
to do
the
a little
game.
bit of burning. Right. We're about neck and neck now. Their pace has equaled, and they've got about the same score. So there's only about a 1.5 Tetris difference right now. It's anybody's game.
Yeah.
Jeff's lead has whittled down to 30,000 points.
Couple Tetrises, and that's all that.
Oh,
Jonas needs.
that's the end of Jonas.
Oh.
He's not going to be able to get another bar in there. And Jeff takes our first round.
Good job,
I
Jeff.
don't think we've ever seen someone take the first round from Jonas before.
No.
Exciting stuff here. We've never seen this matchup before. And Jonas now at a one match down.
Yeah, 1-0
Now remember,
lead.
it's 3 out of 5, so Jeff still needs to win 2 more to take it all.
Yep.
And Jonas, if we've seen any indication from past performances,
He's a consistent
super
player.
consistent, right?
Yeah. We'll see, because we may see a repeat of last year with Quaid, where you had a Jonas consistency that just helped him maintain.
And I believe it was in 2013 there was a situation where Harry Hong almost took it, but then
Yeah.
Jonas came back every game.
Yes, he did. It was
right.
just his consistency is just monumental.
Right. So
Yeah.
now, okay, we've started round 2.
No, round
Jeff
2
versus
started.
Jonas. Jeff's up 1 game.
Yep. And if we see anything, it's going to be a very nice and consistent play on both sides.
Right. Okay, so safe, consistent play from both players early on.
Tetris from Jonas.
Tetris for Jonas.
Tetris from Jeff.
Neck and neck, as expected.
Mm-hmm.
And what it came down to last game was just one missed piece causes you not to be able to survive, and then the other player takes it.
I mean, that is the brutality of classic Tetris, is that one mistake generally can cost you a match. And anybody who's a normal player, such as myself, like, I can't even hope to get to some level like that. But somebody who's a seasoned player that gets to that point, it's a deficit for
Right,
sure.
and more than any other version of Tetris, a misdrop in this is so deadly because
my
the
goodness.
lockdown is instantaneous.
Yeah.
You cannot slide pieces off of surfaces once they hit the bottom.
Yeah.
It is locked down permanently once it hits the bottom. So you cannot make any kind of mistake or last minute way to get out of something. And Jonas made a couple of risky moves there. He's going to have to do a couple of tucks. That's the sort of situation you don't want to be in because, oh, nice. Nice Z-spin there to fill the gap, make it nice and clear. And they're still neck and neck.
See an expert play again.
Yep.
Like, very,
it's very fun to watch
impressive.
Jonas get out of some of those situations. Like, he'll surprise you. You think it's a mistake, and then he's got it planned out in his head a way out of it, and he just did it right there.
It's very impressive.
Okay, Jeff's ready for a Tetris.
Yeah.
Boom, Tetris for Jeff.
Jonas has a
Jonas now in
consistency.
position. Boom, Tetris for Jonas. All right, both players are starting to make their pace up here to start scoring and start getting that consistent and high proportion of scoring, not giving up lines if they can help it.
It's way more neck and neck now than we saw in the
Jonas
last
is up
match.
one Tetris.
Yeah.
Just one Tetris.
Just one Tetris.
Jeff opting to take the triple there to stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
It's giving him some sort of bad
And he hits a
piece
long bar drop
distributions.
right during
Yeah.
this transition. Hard time to get a long bar drop.
Almost a double well. Jonas, great shape. Boom, Tetris for Jonas. And now he's
Cleared
going
it
to start
out.
catching up for
Jeff cleared it out.
his score proportion. Boom, Jeff gets a Tetris too. And
Catches
now
back
he can.
up.
All right, both players are in great shape now. We're going to see them make a run.
Double stack from Jeff again that we've seen in past matches.
Ooh, last second.
Double piece miss. Seen that double piece placement from Jeff in the past too, and he's always able to recover from it though.
Yeah, Jeff made a couple of last-second piece moves there.
Yeah.
And when the next piece came out, he wasn't ready for what to do with it, and that leads to a secondary, not ideal positioning. So that's something that we see happen sometimes from Jeff, and that's allowed Jonas to take a lead, and now the lead is widened to 50,000 points. Jeff firing back with another Tetris.
We're seeing like the opposite of the last match, the exact inverse.
Right, Jonas now taking a lead.
Yeah. Interesting.
And Jonas ready for another Tetris. Boom! Tetris for Jonas. Widening his lead, now up to 70,000 points. Jeff is in great position, though.
Ready.
Boom! Tetris for Jeff.
He's ready.
Can start getting that pace back. He's ready for another one.
He is waiting. See if they
Some last-minute movements.
waiting on a long
Jeff
bar.
glancing over at Jonas. Boom! Tetris for Jeff. Jeff trying to get a feel for how aggressive he needs to play, so let's see how he adjusts to that.
Yeah.
Tetris for Jeff.
Another Tetris for Jeff. Narrowing the gap.
Right.
Jonas, though,
Jeff
Fires
Jonas
back.
fires back. Boom! Tetris for Jeff.
fires back.
Yep. We're going to start.
We're getting closer
Getting
to
closer,
the 130,
right.
though, so
Yep.
we're going to
This
see how that
time, Jeff
changes.
being a little bit faster on pace. Like Jonas last time transitioned faster than Jeff, which was something that we're not used to seeing.
Yeah.
And now we're neck and neck again. And gonna have to tuck there. Does so. Not the best playfield positioning for Jeff now, so he's gonna have to
No.
burn.
He needs the
Okay. Now he can get a long bar and
relying on certain pieces again.
yep, there it is. Boom, Tetris for Jeff. Now he's in the lead. But Jonas takes it right back with his Tetris of his own. Jonas has a little bit of burning to do to get back into an ideal playfield.
We need a double
And
long
Jeff,
bar
Jeff
for
got,
Jeff.
got some okay. Oh, he covered it up. All right, we're going to have to see some survival skills here from Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
he got it.
survived
Boom.
perfectly.
Yep, no mistakes there. Got out of it in an instant.
Absolutely. It's excellent to see his play style. It's very
Yep.
different.
It's a bit YOLO if you want to
A bit
put it
YOLO.
a bit YOLO.
I like it.
Like when you're a few frames away from being able to shift the piece into out of a
And then
disastrous situation.
Tetris from
Right.
Jeff.
Jeff pulls it off, and now he's in the lead again.
Exactly. And I think that's why we're consistently seeing him be very competitive during this tournament.
And Jonas is ready for Tetris. Boom, Tetris for Jonas.
And Tetris
Both
from Jeff.
transitioning simultaneously with Tetrises. This-
And they're
Yeah.
practically at a tie right now, folks.
Yep. Neck and neck.
Like, wow. That was a.
Jeff having to stack repeated pieces on top of each other there.
But he got the
covering.
pieces he needed.
Yeah, he's in a bad spot though because he's
Very
gonna have to
bad.
dig out in many different ways to recover from that. Jonas is a little bit behind, but his playfield's in much better shape.
Much cleaner play field. I think it's going to be what's detrimental
Yeah.
to Jeff. Yeah.
I saw Jeff gulp there. I don't think he's gonna.
No.
Doesn't feel confident about it. That's a tough spot. I don't think he's gonna get out. And Jonas takes that
Jonas
round.
takes that
We're
round.
Now 1-1.
Let's hear for Jonas.
They shake.
They shake hands.
Yeah, they know this is a good fight, guys.
Ah, neck
This
and
is,
neck.
this is going to be a very exciting finish. We've not actually seen too many cases where Jonas has been threatened or even a couple of points away from having the championship taken. So
Yeah.
Jeff's definitely still in it.
It'll be interesting to see how the next match goes because now we're essentially at the.
Yep, they're 1-1.
Yeah,
now it's like 2 out of 3. So
now it's a 2 out of 3.
It's like a reset bracket. Awesome. Oh.
That was their feeling out of each other, so now they're going to play. Can we get another?
They're getting situated. All right, and they're getting set up. They're ready to go. And go.
Go. All right.
So everything's tied right now. 1-1.
It's interesting thing to see with classic Tetris is they get generally the same piece drops, but how each one builds the playfield differently is always what makes it entertaining and unpredictable. Jonas has a different.
Jonas was waiting for the long bar in a slightly different place, and now Jeff's playfield's clear. Boom! Tetris for Jeff, taking the lead.
Jonas has to dig
Jonas
out.
has to do some burning. Yep. Gambled on the long bar at a little bit of the wrong time. I mean, it's not in a bad situation yet. I mean, we're still super early on.
Yeah, we're fine.
Boom! Tetris for Jeff. Jonas.
It allowed Jeff to get a nice, comfortable lead, though, right here at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, they're in exactly the same piece drop pace.
Yeah.
But Jeff's up by a little bit.
Another Tetris for Jeff.
Jonas just down by a little bit. Still too early to really make any determinations. Both players super consistent, not taking any huge risks here.
Yeah. As long as they both play consistency, this is going to be a very competitive match.
Yeah, it's going to be. We're going to see some neck-and-neck matches out of these guys. We're both a couple of points away from, determining the champion. So we're going to see at least a couple more rounds. It's going to be exciting. Building it up. Jeff's got it first, waiting for the long bar.
Waiting for the long bar.
See how Jeff deals with his stack here because it's not giving him ideal pieces.
No, it's
He's
not.
He's going to have to burn that off eventually. Opting for a double off the top.
Yeah,
single off the top.
Hitting
long
a 20,
bar drought,
20 long bar drought. Tetris
for Jeff.
But he has a little
Jonas Tetris. Okay, yeah, they're both able to use that same long bar in the same way. So our scores haven't changed much.
And Jonas
Jeff,
just got some nice
little bit
piece
of lead.
drops, so he's a nice clean play field.
Both are pretty clean right now.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this develops. Boom, Tetris for Jonas.
That was an interesting long bar placement.
Yeah, Jeff a little bit YOLO on that placement. If you build up a long tower in the middle of your playfield, you become more dependent on certain types of pieces.
We got a new Chris Tang moniker. It's the YOLO playfield placement.
Yeah, it's
love it. I love it.
You need to wait for certain types of pieces to get out of certain situations, and sometimes they don't come, and you end up dead.
Yeah.
We've all been there before. Anyone who's played Tetris never want to become too dependent on any one piece, long bars or anything else.
Yeah. If you do, it pays to your deficit because then it never comes and you're having to dig yourself
clears
out.
Up. Jeff's almost out. He just needs a couple more.
Very close.
Wasn't able to use that long bar, but he's ready for another Tetris. And they're neck and neck. And boom, Tetris for Jeff. Now Jonas is in a position where his playfield isn't perfect. He's going to have to do some digging out.
Yeah.
But Jeff's ready to take his lead, or actually he already took the lead back, and build on it with another Tetris.
Again, consistently building himself out of a mess into something that's more substantially better for him.
Yeah, Jeff's been able to come back from some less than optimal board setups.
Yeah.
And Jonas having to do some similar building here to clear off the top of his playfield there.
Yeah, Jonas has been trying to work himself out of that.
Yeah, he did open up his well for a second there, but opts to. It's slightly safer to do that, like trying to burn from the top rather than letting it stack up too high.
It's basically a consistency
Tetris
we're seeing, though, as the piece drops because he's slightly behind in pieces that it's the same thing that Jeff had to deal with, Jonas dealt with in a different way.
Yeah. Jonas did some expert burning there.
Absolutely.
It
very clean,
looked worse
very
than it
consistent.
was, but because he had Jeff had now being dependent on a long bar.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. He's going to have to burn off the top there. And he does. Doubles. And drills back down.
All right, so he cleaned it back up.
Maintaining his lead. Jonas firing back with the Tetris. He is now reducing the deficit.
Yeah.
If he gets another Tetris, he'll be back in the lead.
As they're starting to gear up
There
for
it is.
level
Okay.
19.
Now they're neck and neck. Neck and neck. we're 30 lines away from a transition here.
Yeah.
Where they hit level 19 and everything speeds up. So that's going to be the big complexion changer in about 30 piece drops.
Tetris for Jeff.
Yep.
On the
We're in
sidewall.
back-to-back mode. Both players have great play fields, and they're building up. Boom, Tetris for Jonas. And Jeff needing to clear a couple of lines off in order to get in position again.
Seen a lot
Jonas ready
more,
for Tetris. Boom, Tetris for Jonas, and now his lead's widening.
Seen a lot more
Jeff.
reliance on certain pieces from Jeff this time around.
All right, Jeff fires back.
Yeah.
So we're still mostly neck and neck here.
Very neck and
yep.
neck. Very competitive game.
10 lines to a transition for Jonas.
Yeah.
We'll see how their play fields are when the transition happens. They're both in great shape.
Tetris
Boom,
for Jeff.
boom.
Tetris for Jonas.
Yeah, this is going to be exciting. They're going to transition at the same time.
Just like last time, hit it at the exact
Right.
same moment.
Like seeing two players even having the same pace like this is amazing.
At this level, at this
Right.
score, like
And boom, Tetris for Jeff. They're
Very.
both a couple of line clears away from transitioning. And wow, this is going to be close. Okay, Jonas transitions. He doesn't do it with the Tetris, but Jeff does. But Jonas bangs on a Tetris after he transitioned. And we're neck and neck in level 19, folks. This is going to be neck and neck going down to the wire.
and again, Jonas transitioned first before Jeff.
Only by a few.
By a
couple of
pieces,
just a couple of moments.
Definitely interesting. Very low for
Boom,
Jeff.
Tetris
though.
for Jeff. Right. And now it's just, at the point where the first major mistake is going to cost the other than cost the
Nice.
game. Jeff having to do a little bit of burning. He's still
Yep.
keeping it safe. Nothing too risky there. Neck and neck. No major differential here. Jonas is ready for a Tetris. Is he going to play aggressive or is he going to burn? And he does Tetris.
Oh,
So Jonas takes the lead now. Jeff opting for a double.
Jeff has.
He's got to hold out a little bit. Okay, he's playing a little aggressive. Oh, he opts for a triple. Played conservative there.
Yeah.
He might need to amp it up a bit if he wants to take it back because Jonas is up by 1.
Up by a Tetris. Yep.
And Jonas's playfield is in great shape. He's ready for another one. Boom,
Oh.
Tetris for Jonas, widening the lead. 50,000 points now. Jeff opting for a double.
It's getting.
Okay, he's ready for a Tetris. Waiting for the
getting
long bar.
bigger, but he's
double.
waiting for that long bar.
Ready for Tetris. All right, where's the long bar, guys? Okay, is he going to get it? He's going to get it.
Is he going to
Nope,
get the
not
long
yet.
bar? We're in a big.
Where is it?
We're in a drought.
Drought,
here.
18,
Level 19 drought.
19, 20, 21, triple. All right, Jonas, his lead's about 2.5 Tetrises now.
Yeah.
Long bar drought. Well, he
Worst
wasn't
time
able-
to get a long
yeah.
bar drought.
Okay, Jeff digging
pieces.
himself out.
Good pieces. Wrong
Jeff
time
not
to get the
me.
long bar. Got
Yeah,
two
I mean the long
bars
bars are coming, but he was not able to use it. Oh, that was critical.
Bad piece placement.
Yeah, they'll be in the Jeff.
It's unfortunate.
And Jonas's lead at the end
Oh,
widening
my
to
goodness.
100,000 points.
Again, it comes down
Jonas
to one
pouring
mistake.
pouring on the heat at the end.
Oh,
Right, but it was really close.
yeah, it comes down
the
to
wire,
one
right.
mistake again in the finals. This is such a good head-to-head match. They have similar play styles, but different
Right.
piecement places.
So this is championship point for Jonas if he can
Yeah.
win this and and end it and take his 6th championship, or Jeff can stay in it if he wins. So, but they're always both neck and neck. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. I mean, this could be still down to the wire, and it all depends on what happens here. You guys out there excited?
Everybody, cheer 'em on. Let's go.
All All right.
Here we go. We're
Here
starting.
we go. So Jonas up by 1. Championship point for Jonas. Jeff needs to win to stay in it.
Jeff has to win.
These
to
are
stay
the
in
grand
it.
finals. These are our number 1 and number 2 here.
We'll see if his play style goes back to how he played in that first round match.
And Jeff getting the Tetris first. Slight lead. But Jonas is ready for a couple more pieces that will build into a well. And once he gets the long bar,
Here we go. Set
Jeff's
himself
ready
up.
too.
And Jonas.
Boom,
and
Tetris
Jeff.
Jonas. Boom, Tetris for Jeff. All right.
We got almost a double well situation there for Jeff.
All right. Jeff doing some burns. Playing a little conservative now because he has to drill back down to the bottom.
Yeah.
Jonas gets a Tetris. Jeff's still in the slight lead because he got the Tetris first. but Jonas's playfield is already clean. Jeff's building towards that.
Jonas is setting himself up in.
Jeff with a developing center well.
Yeah.
Is he going to use it? Nope, he opts for the triple.
Yeah. Interesting aspect there on the play style.
I know what Quaid would have done there.
Jonas?
Jonas Tetrising.
Yeah.
Now taking the lead.
Quaid would have done the Quaid well.
Yep.
Here we go. Let's see.
Jonas opens up as well. He's ready to score again.
And now Jeff has also built up one.
Yep. Boom. Tetris for Jeff.
Jonas just missed
Starting
it,
to get
but
neck by neck. Jeff. Bam.
able to
Tetris
get
for
a
Jonas.
Tetris. Yeah. Very consistent, though.
Early on.
The double bar stack for Jeff, though, again.
Jeff's in pretty good shape.
Well's open.
Good setup. Both players with clean play fields. Jonas. Boom. Tetris for Jonas. Jeff's ready too.
And?
A few pieces behind. Boom. Tetris for Jeff. You just see him just a couple pieces behind, so you know what's coming.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're seeing, again, a good expert play going on
Jeff,
on both sides.
A little bit high. Takes the triple.
Yeah.
And it's going to take, no, he doesn't take the double there. Interesting.
Yeah.
Playing a little more YOLO than I would expect. Oh, doesn't make use. Oh. Yeah, Jeff's making some last-minute piece movements.
And, I mean, that did hurt him there on his score.
That could kill you if you do that at the wrong time and it's over.
Yeah. And, I mean, as Jonas is getting ahead now a little bit, I mean,
Right,
that was
right.
instrumental. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right, Jeff's giving up points, and he's in a dangerous position. He's becoming. Can he get it? Okay, he gets it over. Boom! Tetris for Jeff. Okay.
Nice.
Right. That's what I was talking about earlier, about holding out for that piece a little bit too long.
It can be very.
Boom! Tetris for Jeff. But he survived
very-
it. Yeah, and you have to do, fast maneuvers in order to get out of that once you're up that high.
Yeah, that is that YOLO play that you're talking
Yep.
about, I mean.
Jeff's a bit YOLO, but, he's surviving it. Boom! Tetris for Jeff. Boom! Tetris for Jonas. But Jonas's lead has widened.
Yes. Just the consistency, again, of Jonas is just
Right.
coming through. Yeah.
Not getting into a position where he's dependent on that piece. Keeping it low, playing a little bit more conservatively. But the
Seeing
thing
the
is,
long bar now.
all right, Jeff's back in it. Okay, he gets Tetris, and we're about a 2 Tetris deficit now,
Yeah.
and their pace is identical.
Identical pace, identical piece placement.
Worked out for Jeff there,
Very good piece drops for him based on his placement. And now,
and boom, Tetris for Jeff. Boom, Tetris for Jonas.
and
Boom, Tetris for Jeff.
that's
Yeah.
it. You're seeing it just drop in place. Yeah, it's interesting to see the differences in play styles, but it's working out perfectly for both.
Right. If Jeff can just keep up this pace and survive to the transition, we can see it develop and
Yeah. As they're both starting to build for that gear up for the 130 level 19.
Yep, we're getting there.
Yeah.
And boom. All right, we're almost to 100. Jeff, a little bit faster on pace here, so he'll probably transition first at this rate. Jonas,
He started to
double
play a little
Tetris.
aggressively as he started to get to deficit. Jeff started
Yep.
to play a little quickly.
Jeff will
yeah.
have to be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you can see, Jeff likes to stack repeating pieces on top of each other.
Yeah.
And if you build that up too high and you don't burn off, you get yourself into a situation where if you make a misdrop, you won't be able to get back over there. You have to burn in order to get that side knocked down far enough to be able to move the piece into that position. All right, boom.
So a last minute move on the 4, and it allowed him to get another Tetris for Jeff there. That was a
Yeah.
good move.
Quite risky, but he was able to make it work out.
Pays off in the end.
But we're coming up on that transition now. You do not want to do that.
No.
Coming on to level 19. Definitely, we just want to keep it clean, keep it close to the bottom.
And keep it low,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Boom, Tetris for Jeff. All right, we're a
Can-
couple of Tetrises away from transitioning here.
here
Jeff
goes.
didn't get a good run of Tetrises on the way here, and
No.
Jonas's lead is widened as a result.
Yeah.
And Jonas is ready for another one.
And
And boom, Tetris for Jonas. Boom, Tetris for Jeff.
Jeff answers
Jeff's got a
the
little bit of
Tetris
work to
back
do.
with one of
Both
his
at
own.
129, a single bolt transition.
Here it
Jonas's
comes.
playfield's not ideal,
With
but
the
he'll be able to
Tetris,
deal with
though.
it. Boom, Tetris for Jeff. Okay.
that was a good
deficit's-
time for him to get a Tetris.
Yep. Jonas having to do a little bit of burning, but Jeff's playfield's in great shape. So
Yeah.
if he can come back if he can start. All right, boom, Tetris for Jeff. Post 19 Tetris. First one goes to Jeff. Oh, no. There's a misplace there. I think he can dig himself out.
He's still low enough to be able to dig himself out. It's going to be tough, though. And
triple. All right. They're both in great shape again.
see how he builds himself out, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Good placement.
Nice building.
Yeah.
Both are in somewhat safe positions. Okay,
Dug
Jeff's
himself out
all right,
perfectly.
boom, Tetris for Jeff. Okay, so we're in a position where Jeff's playfield's in a good shape, and we could get neck and neck again.
Yeah.
Could have a similar play out like last time where it just comes down to the wire.
Very
all right,
competitive
boom,
match.
Tetris for Jeff taking the lead for the first time, but Jonas taking it back right after. This is neck and neck. Identical paces. Oh, slight misdrop by Jeff. He can dig himself out, though. He's low enough. Opting to go for flat piece placement, which is slightly less risky sometimes. Because
that was not the time you wanted all those L blocks in a row either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to need better pieces to get out of this.
Yeah.
Okay, it's giving him some. He might be in okay shape here. Jonas's lead is 30,000 points now. Ooh.
Jonas is just
Jeff
playing
did a vertical eye drop.
cool,
Okay, he's going to burn more.
Cool, calm, and collective play right now from
Right.
Jonas.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jonas is in beautiful shape now. He's ready to build up for a well. Jeff's almost back down, though.
He's definitely
Piece set worked out for
good.
Jeff. Okay, he's drilled back down to the bottom. Is ready to score again.
Here we go.
Okay, let's go, Jeff.
Wow. It's outstanding, though, the way that he's able to build himself out of those.
Getting a little dependent here.
Jeff.
Okay. Oh, we gave it to him.
Yes.
He's ready for a Tetris. Ready for a Tetris. Where's the long bar?
Are we
there
gonna
it
see
is.
it?
Boom.
Yeah.
Tetris for Jeff. Neck and neck
There
we
we
are
go.
again. Let's go. Okay.
All right, now we got
a little bit of digging for Jeff.
Clean out again.
Didn't give ideal piece. Triple. Triple gets the lead there. But Jonas is ready for a Tetris. Where is the long bar? Oh, he opts for the triple. Jonas playing conservative. He didn't wait for the long bar. Let's see if that.
Piece
Boom.
placement.
He gets it eventually.
Jeff had
And
a
now
bad
Jonas
piece
back
switch
into
there.
the lead.
Yeah.
Jeff having to dig out a little bit. He's still in okay shape.
Yeah, he nudged
Pace
it
is
over
identical.
right there. As
But we
Jonas
are
was
at level
pulling ahead.
26. The end is near. Kill screens are coming. Triple for Jeff.
Yeah, we're getting
But
neck and
Jonas
neck.
has gotten some Tetrises lately, so he's in the lead now. And the kill screens are 2 levels away. If Jeff can maximize and make Tetrises here, he might be able to catch up. But Jonas's board is really clean. Is he going to get a Tetris here? Let's see. Because if he gets a Tetris here, he might make it so that Jeff can't catch up.
And
Boom! Tetris for Jeff.
Tetris
Boom!
for
Tetris
Jeff.
for Jonas.
Another
Jonas
one.
is
Another
at a
one for
3.
Jeff.
Another one for
Oh,
Jeff.
no.
This is close. Really,
Oh,
really
no.
close. One away. It comes down to a mistake or being able to maximize. Jeff is not in a position for a Tetris. He can make a triple. Oh, he burns a triple from the top. Oh, that's not the best placement. Oh, that's not the. Okay, Jeff just needs to make a few good placements, and maybe a triple will get him to survive.
Oh,
but
no.
It's
So
not gonna happen, guys. That was amazing.
My goodness.
And your winner of the 2016 Classic Tetris World Championships, now 6-time world champion, Jonas Neubauer.
Oh. Let's also hear it for Jeff.
Jeff in his debut, second place. An amazing debut
Amazing
performance.
play.
Awesome play.
My goodness.
And a matchup we've never seen before. Amazing job, guys.
Excellent
This is
sportsmanship
one for the
between the
ages.
players.
Congratulations, guys.
So, let's go over to Jeff here since he's right here with
Jeff.
us.
All right, let's have some words. Second place in your debut. That was an amazing performance.
Yeah. What was
I
going
enjoyed
through your
YOLO
mind?
Play. Like, you had people on the edge of their seat because you're in these situations that you need these pieces to survive, and when the game gives it to you, you're able to do it. So, all right, give us your thoughts on your play.
Well, not disappointed at all for sure. Feel like I brought it my best, and Jonas is just too much.
So was this your first year at the championships at all?
No, this is year number 3 for me. Two 12th place finishes before this.
Yeah.
So this is your first top 8, but then you make top 2.
And I mean, your expert way to dig yourself out, though, was just awesome. And it was just one of those things that we didn't really see from the other competitors.
I tend to get in trouble a lot more than the other competitors.
So that's very cognizant. It was excellent play, though. Congratulations, Jeff.
Congratulations on an excellent top 8 debut.
And we got Jonas.
All right, Jonas. Number 6. How's it feel?
Number 6.
It feels just like the first time. It doesn't. But, oh my God, it's more relief than anything because I'm shaking right now. It was so close, just intense. Oh my God, this tournament. I can't wait for next year, but I really can though.
Yeah.
Right, this year, now you had new threats. Usually, we see the Harry Hong versus